Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. Yes, music is here. Hi. Little quick. Have a quick little aside to do, and then we'll get started. First off, if you're... Well, I should probably get my camera on the screen for this, right? There needs to be an easier way to make a marker in a YouTube stream. I want it to have Stream Deck integration, like it... Okay, to be fair, the Twitch Stream Deck integration doesn't work. I hit the button and nothing happens. And then at least the button's there to give me hope, but it doesn't work. So it is what it is. I'm going to get started here really quick. Let me just go and load the manual save. Here we go. So. Hi, welcome. If you've been watching this as the playlist 1, 2, and 3, those were all on-demand videos. I'm gonna try a new tactic. I do things. I experiment with things all the time. Sometimes I stick with them. Sometimes I don't. You know, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And I still want to continue playing this. I want to play it all the way through. So what I'm gonna start doing is when videos post to the channel that don't do well. If I still really want to play them anyway, if I'm having lots of fun with it, but it's not performing up to my expectations for the channel, we're gonna shift it off of video and bring it to live so that I can still experience it and I can experience it with you and we can still play through it, but I don't have to deal with the editing time, the export time, the upload, titles, descriptions. I don't have to deal with all of that extra stuff that goes with on-demand video. I can just play it live and then it's there, right? So if you're not familiar with live streams, there'll be timestamps down below. Mostly I use that as a marker to show you when gameplay begins. So right now, is this before the gameplay marker, right? So I will have that on every live stream. But from this point forward, Sherlock, and my glasses, no. Sherlock is moved to being a live show because it's just simply not performing up to expectations that way. So it's good. Hello, Chromosphere. Thank you for the 7 months. I do appreciate you. This is new for me anyway. Hello, all. Hi. How you doing? New for you, he says, with a 7-month membership tier. Milestone. By the way, did you see my comment on episode 2 in regards to possibly accusing Craven? I mean, I see some comments. I don't know about one specifically, but I will say that this game does not pigeonhole you. There's multiple ways to go about things. So I assume there's a way to blame Craven. Since a lot of those options gave me, one way or the other, I'm sure there's a way to come to conclusions with another way. Yeah, for sure. What's up, Charles Spencer? Good to see ya. Poisonous Sing Park. Welcome in. Bluesy, good to see ya. I actually really like the Sherlock series. I do too. I'm really digging this. So that's why I'm shifting it to live. It's so that I don't have to necessarily worry about just, I don't have to worry about the extra stuff. I can take less time and still enjoy it and still present it for everybody else. So that's what I'm looking to do today. Okay, let's get into it then. So at the end of the last video, we had the police station, right? And we went into, I kind of want to recap it myself, honestly, with the mother's love, right? So we had a flash memory, and we went into the archives of the police station to look into a story. Apparently the police were, at one point or another, they were investigating my mother's death, right? Sherlock's mother's death. And that's kind of news to Sherlock. He didn't really know that was a thing. He was pretty convinced of how she died before. So we've been given this new addition to my story. It's called A Mother's Love, right? We've been given this new edition called Shattered Memory. And it says, I just had a flash memory, a policeman in front of our manor, but what was he doing there? Stonewood Manor must be located in Grand Surrey. I also had a glimpse of a bridge and a church on a hill. The manor must be somewhere nearby. So we've got, and then this is the missing police files that we were looking at before. A case of the Violet Holmes. We met a guy named Vogel. I believe Werner Vogel. We've met him twice already. I suspect we'll keep seeing him. He seems to be a pretty persistent character as part of our story goes. So we'll take a look at that. So we've got Shattered Memory is now pinned, so I would assume we could find what we're looking for. But this is the open world element of the game now, which it has its pros and cons for those who like to explore and like to just immerse themselves in the world. That's great. For those who are like, get to the action, well, open world is not necessarily for you. But
I'm done with the archives for now. Can I help you with anything else?
As a matter of fact, you can.
Oh, right.
The thing is, our chief inspector has vanished. As
forgot
if we
this.
weren't undermanned enough as it is.
Wait, what do you mean, vanished?
Gone missing on a case. Shady business, but that's besides the point. See that board? Pending cases are posted there for any available officers to investigate. I would take them myself, except that I've been told to work the reception desk, like some clerk. Yes, we're that short-handed.
I understand your predicament, but what does any of it have to do with me? I may be available, but I'm certainly not an officer.
Oh, don't worry about it. Consider yourself a temporary one-man independent police force. That's a bit of a mouthful. There's just one small, minor basic formality. You'll need to complete our physical training course. Easy.
Well, I'm not one to balk at a spot of exercise. What must I do?
That's the spirit. Sergeant Ermy will show you the ropes. Follow me.
Wait, okay, so I've just been transported off somewhere else. We're not looking for the Shattered Memory just yet, it looks like. There's no case on this, so I guess we'll just, we're about to get our crash course in self-defense, perhaps. Because there is fighting in this game. There is some combat, I've been told, so, by the Steam page. So, we'll see.
You're a newcomer. We must be desperate to ask untrained civilians for help.
You're lucky to have a well-trained civilian with a brand new auto pistol in his arsenal.
An automatic? A bit of a braggart, aren't you?
Are you trying to test me already?
That is why you're here, boy. I need to verify your skills before I can allow you to catch criminals. The first targets are in the next room. You know what to do with them. I'll join you in a while to see the results.
I wonder if they called semi-automatics automatics back in the day, Like, how far back do you go before, like, a semi-automatic implies that there's something that's actually automatic, but before there was something that was actually automatic, did they just call what is today known as semi-automatic? Did they just call that? You know what I mean? Maybe I'm just not making sense. In any case, here we go.
Concentrate, Sherry. You need to hit every target to show the sergeant how we do it.
Okay. Oh, there's a time period between being able to shoot.
Hooray!
Proceed to the next room. Meanwhile, I'll fill out the paperwork.
You can't just go bang, bang, bang. There's a pause between it letting you shoot. That's fine. Semi-automatic then. Yeah.
Move on to the next room, new boy. That's an order.
Okay.
Come on, Sherry. It's just like in childhood.
He's doing sit-ups. All right. So, what am I supposed to do? Oh, left control to toggle between standing and crouch to roll. Press space. Oh, really? You won't let me roll underneath it? There.
Steady, Sherry. Steady.
Go.
And go.
I already did. I went.
My favorite mannequins for attack. Let's strike them ninja style. Aim for where you might take advantage, and don't forget the environment.
I'm gonna get my camera out of the way so that you can see my guns and my gun and stuff. We'll go like right here with it. It's fine. So aiming slows time highlighting enemy weak points and helpful nearby objects. Shooting these will open your foe up for arrest. When aiming at environmental objects, make sure your enemy is in proximity before you fire.
I could do this all day.
Please don't, Sherry. We don't have that much time. Let's move on.
Why would shooting the hat be a good distraction? If you're going to shoot the hat, you might as well just shoot the gun.
Our enemies might be stronger than us, but we rely on our wits. Shoot off their armor.
Hooray!
All right, let's
I
move
didn't
on,
actually
Sherry.
know what that was.
The snuff's ready.
Do I reload? Okay, so standard R reload. The stuff's ready.
If you stand here and use your snuff box on them, you can definitely overcome them, Sherry. It's all calculated.
It's all calculated. So stand, it won't let me walk, so I have to like micro. So just press X. This ability must recharge after every use, but every arrest you make speeds up the recharge. Interesting.
Look at that helmet of his. You won't be able to get the powder past it.
Helpful advice, John. I would never have guessed.
Good job, new boy. Well, I'm almost finished with the paperwork. Let's talk about your results.
All right, talk about my results
Well,
then.
I must say your results aren't as bad as I feared. Perhaps you're not completely hopeless, but true combat is quite different from shooting stationary targets.
I'll handle it just as easily.
Well, that's what we're going to find out. Now, we'll test you against our men. Your task is to detain them, not to kill them. So don't go shooting anyone in the eye. That goes for in the field as well. Even though you'll be working with the police department, that doesn't mean you have a license to kill. Here, take these. They are blank rounds. So, are you ready?
Always ready.
Then let's get cracking.
Okay.
Not at all. I can hit them all with one shot.
Good luck, Sherry, and remember, the surroundings are your playground.
So it says murder is cruel and excessive. Try to arrest the enemy instead. Disorient your opponent, get in close, and then press to arrest them. Follow the cues promptly to immobilize your foe.
I'm coming for you.
I mean, that's not really a way to arrest, is it? Oh, I get it. Oh, wow, that's a weird... Oh, that's so weird. Okay, hang on.
Miss the party.
That's incredibly strange. Okay.
I'm coming.
No, I don't have any way of, like...
Weaken him first.
I don't have any way of, like, doing anything to him with a prompt anymore. It's just smack.
I'm coming.
All right, so I'm going to need to use... So strange.
Too simple.
That is something to get used to for sure. Come on. Oh, really? I have to reload? Seriously? I have no way of shooting him. Got it.
No more.
Give him the pepper snuff.
Yeah, I would totally do this. Absolutely.
Not that easy.
I just did it to myself. What the hell am I doing?
You can overcome the brute now.
Don't bother moving.
I mean, once you figure out what it
lost.
wants you to do, then fine. But, like, initially when it's like, go this way and then press this button.
You've proved yourself. Congratulations
Quick
on
time
the
events are
arrest.
not my friend.
I can't believe you did so well with the close combat.
I did tell you that I'm well trained.
Well, do the same on the street, and you'll be well rewarded for every arrest you make. Here is your certificate. You are now an authorized crime scene consultant. Well, it's now your duty to make this city a safer place. Cordona won't ever forget it, but at the same time, it will never remember. I'll tell Stark all the necessary details about your successful certification. Congratulations.
Now you're a certified crime scene consultant. Congratulations.
Thank you, my friend. Now, shall we head for Stonewood Manor?
Don't know. You have the whole island to investigate. It's all up to you.
Yeah, I'm thinking about exploring a little bit. A bandit lair has been marked on your map. Press details to open the how to play screen. Bandit lairs are replayable combat encounters. There is one bandit lair hidden in each district. Lairs usually feature more enemies and harder combinations than there are in the story. Surviving the lair rewards you with money depending on your combat performance. Arresting all enemies in each lair unlocks specific challenges. Unlock and activate as many challenges as you can handle to earn one of 5 ranks. You can spend your hard-fought money to buy unique costumes from traders in the city. Each successive rank grants a bigger coin reward multiplier. Bandit lairs are optional, so you can skip it. I probably will skip them. We might do one just to see what they're like, but I probably will skip them. So we'll see. Depends on just depends on how things go, how I feel about it and everything. I'm mostly here for the story, and those seem pretty optional to me. So we're looking for a place called Stonewood Manor, and there's the bandit lair. Stonewood Manor is where? Where would I find that? It's good. He said it's in Grand Surrey, so it's got to be around here. But I don't actually have a clue as to where it is, which is weird because isn't that where, unless I'm mistaken, isn't Stonewood Manor where Sherlock grew up? How does he not know where he lived? We can start heading that way just to see what it's all about, though. So that would be south, you know, southeast-ish. And it's night. And then I'm also curious as to whether or not we're going to run into anything interesting on our way. Yeah, I want to skip the bandit thing, though. Certainly feels like the game has been designed for being played on consoles. Yeah, I mean, so aren't a lot of games, though, like that? Like, a lot of RPG style games are that way, you know? Oh, we're at the Chronicle. Maybe we should stop in. See what's up. Let's go inside here and see if there's anything interesting. Ooh. Look at this place. Fancy. Is there anything I can learn from this place? Couple of guys there. Couple of guys there. He's an avid believer. That one is. Let's just talk to her real quick.
Presses. Who is Cordona's handsome stranger? Or nosebagger spurns local life? Wait, no. Foppish foreigner hides dark past. Oh, you've made quite the impression already, Mr. Holmes.
Gotcha.
You care to tell your side of the story?
I'm quite certain I have no idea as to what you refer, and I am further certain I have no interest in indulging your gossip.
Gossip? The truth will come out, but will only be heard if told well. Scandal, daring-do, romance. These are the tools of every good journalist. Nothing travels faster or lasts longer than a great story. Young man, your tale will be told with or without you. My readers demand it.
You already knew my name and seem aware of my doings here in Cordona. I presume this newspaper is your little endeavor?
Yasmin Sertel, editor-in-chief of the Cordona Chronicle. Advocate of the free press, voice of the people, scourge of the silk stocking.
Charmed, I'm sure. As an advocate of the free press, I trust you'll permit me to consult your archives? There are gaps in my knowledge of Cordona.
Oh, so my work does have merit. Well, I think we can strike a bargain. I shall provide you access, and you let me keep writing about your exploits.
So be it.
Brooding bachelor builds bridges. Now that's character development.
I guess I owe you my gratitude.
What can I say? I've always enjoyed working with the Holmes. They whisper such interesting things.
You know of my brothers, or did you work with my mother? Like, that's quite the thing to say. I like how my pistol is just on my hip now. Do I have like a costume to be a cop? Curious. Slavic gangster. Nice. Oh, I do. I got a cop uniform. Sweet. I'm wondering, though, is there an advantage to that? I still don't know what each of these icons do. Like, I kind of understand them, but it's like the type of person, right? So I'm wondering if I should dress a specific way. Definitely not this. Consulting detective, a glimpse of the future. Oh, is this the standard outfit for a Mr. Holmes? Yeah, consulting detective. Sherlock suit, no jacket, and then Sherlock suit with the jacket. I wonder if I should just dress as a police officer.
I'm watching you closely, Mr. Holmes.
I will attempt this instead. See if people talk to me differently if I'm dressed as a police officer. So I want to investigate the archives, right? Yeah, Stonewood Manor had a glimpse. I can't get there though, because I don't know where it is. So that's why I'm hoping that the Chronicle here will show me where it is. Okay, newspaper archives. So I don't know where. Maybe districts, Grand Surrey. I don't think we have a way. Oh, we don't know what to search for here. Recent, maybe old archives of. I doubt celebrities. Front page articles and interviews, obituaries, journalists. I don't know. What do I search? Nothing. I don't have any conditions to search for at the moment.
I'll be right here.
At least I don't believe I do. I just missing records. Police reports about my mother's death are missing. Police reports about my mother's death are yeah, I know that, but like this isn't giving me anything to go on. In 1869, okay. All I found was an archive was an empty folder labeled thusly: Case of Violet Holmes, 1869, Sherwood Manor, Grand Surrey. So maybe 1869. We could try something like that. Like 1869 would be older, I guess, older than 1870. I don't think she was a celebrity. It's not really helping me though. No. What's up, Deimos? How are you? I clearly need something else. I need to learn something else or have some sort of other information.
Can I ask you a question?
I'm sorry, officer, but I can't help you.
Sorry, officer. Guess there's nothing else to do in the Chronicle, but I asked to see their archives, but it didn't add anything to my casebook, so I'm gonna assume that I'm just not able to do this. At least not yet. It wants me to go to Grand Surrey. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any reason to go in there right now. Eventually I will search that, but until then, I guess we just maybe go to our fast travel point. That's the Chronicle. I'm wondering if maybe City Hall would have something? No. Clothing trader. I mean, this gets me into Grand Surrey a lot faster, and then I can go. I think I want to like maybe go into this area and see if there's anything over here, right? So we'll just head south for a second. I do wish I could somehow pin a mini map. That would be cool, but it's okay. It's not necessary. A news kiosk? Is there a reason to?
All the newspapers are sold out.
Okay, of course they are. Doesn't police have cases? Yeah, but I already looked into it. There was a gap in it, right? That was part of the casebook. Said that there was. Says the police reports about my mother's death are missing. We looked at that at the end of episode 3, and it told me I needed to go to Stonewood Manor, and then it didn't mark Stonewood Manor on the map. So I'm not sure where it is. So I thought maybe the Chronicles would lead me to figuring it out, but I might just have to walk around a bit to find it. This is a rather big place. What's up here? Stone. Is this it? It's a rather large place. You could call this a manor. I'm not able to go in the door though. Police, open up. Oh, look at this. There's like an open shed here. Am I gonna find anything interesting in here? Oh, that's nothing to... Okay. Thought I could interact with that, but no. Charlie doesn't want to do those yet. What do you mean? Doesn't the police... I meant the police has a pin board for cases. Do they? I didn't notice that. Do they? This isn't the fast travel little... No.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, so it'd be nice if they would have marked Stonewood Manor, but I feel like I'm supposed to learn something. I know it's been 2 weeks since I've played this, so maybe I'm just missing something super obvious, but... there's no indication of where Stonewood Manor is. Unless it's in the notes. Maybe it's in the notes. I had a glimpse of a bridge and a church on a hill. Manor must be somewhere nearby. A bridge and a church on the hill. Okay, we can use that. We can use that. So a bridge would be here. Maybe it's this one. Is this a church? Maybe we go this way. Emperor's Aqueduct. Yeah, maybe this is... Maybe this is the church. In Grand Surrey is what it says. So, I'm wondering if maybe it could be here. Let's head east, and we'll see if that's right or not. Wait, no, it's west, not east, west. We need to go that way. We'll head down this road. Founders Square. Let me just double check and make sure I'm going the right way. Yeah. So I just head down LeBlanc Road, and it's possible that that's something. I don't know. We could use that. It's near a bridge, right? Certainly looks like a giant place. I don't know if it's the right place, though. Well, there you go. Now we can see it. So we'll head up. It looks like maybe this path will take it to a gate anyway. Oh, there's John. Good.
Hey, Sherry. There's post here. And it seems as if the letter was delivered recently.
Really? My brother Mycroft's letter. Great. Mycroft already knew. He's just not telling me. That's very Mycroft. If you know any history on Sherlock Holmes, that's very Mycroft. Sherlock, I hope this letter does not reach you. For it would mean that you have committed to your absurd flight of fancy. The past is the past. To expend any more time and energy retreating. It's got to be rereading, right? Once retreading. Oh, okay. Gosh, I'm terrible at right now. The past is the past. To expend any more time and energy retreading one's steps is at best childish indulgence and at worst pathological weakness. Consumption is an ugly end, and you were better off for not witnessing it, despite all your protestations. One presumes by now you have visited our mother's final resting place. I trust this has satisfied your impetuous impulses and frees you to return to London at once. It is time to turn your back on what was and help to shape what could be. This nation needs you, Mycroft.
After reading that, I am even less eager to return home than before. Let's investigate our manor.
That's the Mycroft I know. Predictable.
Apparently we are as well. Predictable, I mean.
There she is. Our old manor.
You like this better than in VOD?
You were a couple of feet shorter back then, Sherry. Or maybe it's bigger on the inside.
Really wish I could walk. It's like there's no way to walk in this game. There doesn't seem to be anyway. Man, that stinks. I don't want to jog. It would just be so much more natural not to jog. Ooh, what's this? Oh, interesting. Whoa. There's actually stuff here.
An irreplaceable tool for catching a thief.
Maybe this is when he was a kid. He's playing with like a wooden sword kind of thing.
And this must be the reason our suspect was apprehended. Wood and glass, very precious.
Was I supposed to know this already? I feel like that's out of order.
Hey, that's Wooden Joe. He was always the best at playing criminals.
Yes, now I understand. So I was doing this out of order. Fine.
I did not expect these to still be here. It was enjoyable to practice using real handcuffs to make an arrest.
Partner in crime. So we're just reliving Sherlock's past right now, right? So let's take a look at John's diary. He's got some memories here. Partner in crime. So nice to bump into an old friend, Wooden Joe. He was glad to see Sherry and me, I think. He's a man of few words. To be honest, his life here since we left wasn't particularly interesting. Still, Sherry was cheered by the recollection of the good old days, refining our methods of arresting people. Joe was the best at playing criminals, especially thieves, and I was always amazed by his patience. That said, given we used real handcuffs, I suppose he had no choice. Very nice. What's better than winning a thrilling fight? Or what's better than a thrilling fight? Winning, of course. Sherry truly knows how to have fun without a single casualty. Nice. So this is shattered memory. We definitely want to keep this pinned, but nope, this is still what we need. We still need this pinned. And then I have a Mind Palace entry now too. My mother died of tuberculosis. Now, how in the world did I figure that out? Mycroft said it was what killed her. I missed that part. Is that what it said in the letter? Man, I am out of it today. This may not be the best game for me to play today. Oh my gosh. Where's the letter that he just sent me? I want to read that again. I must have missed that. I thought he said consumption. That's not tuberculosis. Wait, where's Mycroft's letter? Why is it not in my notes? Can I read this again? I want to read that again. I don't remember him saying that. Do you guys remember that being said in that letter? I don't remember anything about tuberculosis. Am I just that out of it right now? I always thought my mother had tuberculosis. Mycroft said it was what killed her. Tuberculosis used to be called consumption? Really? You're misunderstanding it. I don't think I am. I'm just not aware that tuberculosis used to be called consumption. Like, what is that? I thought consumption was, well, consumption, like drugs, like alcohol.
Look at the ash all over the door. I don't recall hearing of a fire.
We don't have to stay here.
Weird.
You can afford another night
Okay.
or two at the hotel.
It's stuck.
Oh well, let's just head back. They probably haven't even stripped our room yet.
Come on. Must be locked.
Pick it.
Move aside. Let me have a go. Seems fine to me, Sherry. This barrier, perhaps it's mental, not physical.
Or perhaps the rest of us are simply constrained by reality, John. I wonder if there's a key secreted somewhere in the garden.
Try to recall that memory about the policeman, Sherry. Concentrate.
Remembering my past. Recall the policeman right here. Remember my past. John suggested I try to remember the full story about the policeman in front of our manor. I have to pin that in order to investigate it. And then most likely it's going to be one of those things we relive, like right here. Yep. I'm remembering. Yep.
The policeman brought us both home, John. That's why he was here.
I'm pretty sure he brought something else with him too. Do you remember what it was?
Yeah, it was this thing in his hand. What is it? Metallic and shiny.
I bet it was our reward.
No, we were not so lucky.
Yeah, no, it was different.
It was a set of lockpicks that we had used to sneak into someone's house. That's why we were arrested.
Did someone come out to investigate all the commotion?
Probably. Adult male, family member.
It was Mycroft. He smoothed things over and convinced the policeman not to press charges. The officer left and never returned. But we had to endure a serious talking to from my brother.
Mycroft was that much older than Sherry? Really? I didn't think there was that big of a year difference. I guess I don't remember very well. He looked like full-grown adult and like 10. I didn't think there... Well... Was it like 8 years? That's not... Yeah, alright.
Mycroft wasn't happy about the fact that we were arrested. It felt like he lectured us for hours.
Did we give him something afterwards, Sherry?
It was called consumption because it literally used to consume a person's life, but after advancements in medical theory and such, the use of tuberculosis started gaining prevalence. See, that's where it was confusing. Because the game called it consumption, and then like this is the time period where it's called consumption, but yet in the notes, which presumably are written in this time period, it refers to it as tuberculosis, and that was disconnect for me. Like it should have just kept it as consumption to be consistent with the time period, but I guess fine.
Oh, yes. Yes, now I remember. It was a letter. That's why we snuck into the house. Mycroft asked us to. He wasn't angry we stole, but that we got caught.
Oh, that's right. It must have been only a couple of months after we moved to Cordona. Ugh, the good old days. Whoa.
How very odd. It appears that memory stood between me and the manor. It's as if my mind palace had seeped into the real world. This deserves further investigation. Perhaps there's more to discover inside.
As long as there is a comfortable place to put my feet up, I'll be happy. Maybe a chaise longue.
Aha! In we go.
I wish I had an imaginary friend. I never had an imaginary friend. I would talk to myself. I still do. But not to like an imaginary friend. All right, so this is our old childhood home. So I am going to be looking at every single corner, trying to find anything I can.
Home sweet home, Sherry.
Starting with this. Auction notification. We have been instructed that a public auction will take place on 20th July at Stonewood Manor. All lots have been selected from the finest pieces of property owned by the Holmes family and have been evaluated by experts. Their authenticity is confirmed. This is consistent with what the artist, that artist guy we've seen twice, he told us this in the cemetery, that all of his stuff was auctioned off, and then that's how he got the watch.
And I was wondering why it's so empty in here.
There may be a small chance that some of our property could be found among local traders' wares. It is worth a look, wouldn't you say?
Garden decorations trader. Find furniture traders across the island to acquire items for your manor. Oh, I can... Well, if it's still my house. Oh, so this is going to be set up like a base of operations for me here? Do I get to decorate my home? Their stock updates frequently, so keep an eye on the map for notifications of new deliveries. You know, if you hadn't auctioned everything off, I'd still have my stuff, okay? You bastards. Really grinds my gears. Hey, Harry, how are you?
Hey, this is the luggage we brought from London, isn't it?
What else can we find in here? There's quite a few things. There's a little note over here. Maybe a paper. Looks like a paper. News of Violet's death, 10 April 1869. Tragedy at Stonewood Manor. Mrs. Violet Holmes, widow of Seeger Moreland Holmes, died unexpectedly in her home yesterday, April 9th, 1869. She is survived by her 2 sons, aged 20 and 10 years apart. Okay. Though it is unclear if they remain in Stonewood Manor, Mrs. Holmes purchased the property only a year ago. Despite her feeble, that's probably why. Maybe it wasn't. Well, I don't know this time period. They didn't really do like mortgages and stuff at this time period, did they? I wonder. She only purchased it a year ago, and it was like a mortgage type of situation. Then everything would have been owned by the bank still, you know. She paid it off in a year. Despite her feeble constitution of body, so ravaged by consumption, okay, Mrs. Holmes was quickly welcomed into Cardona's elite. I can speak, I swear. In her high vocation she had, actually, so far today, I have proven that I cannot speak. In her high vocation she had, in addition to the deep institutions of a gifted woman, the strength of a man, the conscientiousness of a saint, and the wit of a satirist. A specialist in ancient objects, she became the authority on authenticity. Police conducted an investigation upon arrival at the manor, but have not released further details. And then they were taken. They're missing now. The cause of her death is unknown.
Something did happen that day, but no one can tell us the details. How can that be?
Agreed. It's rather suspicious.
Super sus. Check this out. Huh? Let's skip that notice. We'll see. I don't even have the ability to visualize like a normal person. Well, this happens in the time period when they were interchangeable, I think. Using TB allows people who don't know the history of TB's name to know what they mean by consumption. Okay. These are all fair points, but I would not have been confused had they kept it consistently consumption. Therefore, I also would not have known that it was tuberculosis. So, both outcomes would be acceptable.
One of the first things I saw when entering this house as a child. It's like deja vu.
Nobody wanted it, huh? It's a coat hanger, right? I mean, it has like the appearance of a lamp, but I think it's a coat hanger. Yeah, maybe. Let's check out what this over here is. No? It's off the walls. It's got knocked down. Anything significant about any of this stuff? What about over in here? Okay, it's a door. We've also got some stuff here. You got nothing to say about this, man? Come on. I'm gonna investigate this entire house, so I hope you're in for like don't miss a thing mode, because that's what I'm in right now. Although I say this as I'm about to maybe try this door. Let's go upstairs before I try that door. Because I don't know if that door leads me to like some other stage of the story. It's going outside, I think, so possibly.
Another one. There must be something important behind it. I can feel it.
So it's these different doors. Maybe they don't go outside. Let's try. Well, screw it. Let's just try the door. It's on the lower floor. This does look like it goes outside, though. I mean, there's trees out there.
Another one. There must be something important behind it. I can feel it.
Okay, so I can't go out the doors. They are gonna restrict me to going only through the doors that I need to go to. So let's head to the second floor. We'll go right, I guess, first. Maybe try the end here of the balcony. See if there's anything important over here. Maybe out here. Aw. Want to see the view. Lame. Even nowadays, certain social circles use different words for the same thing. Yeah. You needed the money to go to London, Charlie. I didn't auction things off. Why would I do so? Why doesn't he remember? You know? That's what I don't understand. How do you not remember this stuff? What happened to your memory? Jesus. Yeah, thanks, John.
I heard footsteps upstairs a second ago. Wait, do we have an attic here?
There doesn't seem to be anything significant. Maybe on the desk? Nothing on the desk. Nothing inside the desk drawers. Nothing here. Maybe through this door here. That's peculiar. Wait a minute. Oh no, guys! Attention to detail. Do you see what's wrong with this? Like, this is fine, right? But this is not fine. Oh, guys, why did you do this? Like, that's such a simple thing. How could you screw that up? All right.
Another one. There must be something important behind it. I can feel it.
All right. I have to pin something, don't I? No? Tale of an empty house. Yeah, I'm going to have to pin something. So, I hate that mechanic. So, soon after we left Cordona, some of the manor's furniture was sold at a public auction. Blah, 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 blah. Going, gone. Oh, this is just to get to a furniture store. I have to pin Shattered Memory, don't I? It's not pinned.
Another one. There must be something important behind it. I can feel it.
I feel like I missed something purely because it wasn't pinned. And now I want to, like, go ahead and do it again. He's down there again. I'm missing something, right? Like, we've got to be missing something. It won't let me go through any of the doors. It won't let me investigate any of the items. What does John's diary say? Memories. Failed arrest. Got that. Items. News of Violet's death. We already got that. Documents. Auction notification. So still nothing there either. The door opened to me after I recalled the memory of the policeman in full. Do I need to remember something that happened downstairs, maybe? Oh, what's this?
I remember how angry Mycroft was about these marks. He called it a frivolous, childish endeavor.
Interesting. So that's something I missed before. So there's something on the railings. The small details, man, they'll get you. How about this? They look like there used to be something here.
I think our family portrait used to hang here.
Yeah. Is there anything else that looks interesting? You have to look at the small stuff, man. I like it. Let's see. I don't suppose you have anything for this mirror. It doesn't look like I have anything in this room, but now I'm starting to think that there is something and I simply missed it before. What's this note here? Is it just sheet music? Yeah, it's just music. You're not gonna get any memories from music? No memories from the piano or anything like that? He did mention attic, of course, but like there's no way to get up there. He actually mentioned that he heard footsteps upstairs and he wondered if we had an attic. I don't know if we do. Maybe it's this door. I don't think I tried this door yet.
Another one. There must be something important behind it. I can feel it.
Yeah, you know, I feel it. Yeah, but I don't. Let's see. Maybe is there anything else I've missed in this room? I feel like I've noticed every tiny thing, but now after that, seeing that railing, I'm questioning that. This is gonna take longer than it should. And it doesn't let me go through any door.
There must be something important behind it. I can feel it.
There is nothing behind any door. Unless I need to find one last clue. It doesn't... I don't know. I'm not seeing anything new. Anything I haven't seen already. Anything I haven't investigated already. Certainly isn't obvious. Really? Is it this?
Mycroft's umbrella. The only outgoing thing in his wardrobe.
Is that really
Another
it?
memory incoming, Sherry.
Strange. I struggle to recall anything about the day we moved in.
Ah!
The only detail I'm sure of is that it was raining early that morning.
Another memory incoming. So I had to investigate this umbrella before I could see the memory. Is that it? Yeah, shattered memory. Now I have to switch to this being pinned in order to see this memory. Ugh. I don't like that at all. All right, now we can do this. So I just had to find the stupid... whatever.
There was always a hat on our stand, but I'm sure it did not belong to Mycroft.
Like, of all things, an umbrella here, really?
Our mother brought a slew of belongings with her. She refused to leave a single thing in London. Mycroft had to spend the whole day dealing with it.
Ah. There was a... Is this for Mother?
This trip was a challenge for our mother. I tried to help her.
Do you feel it? Is it the air shimmering, or is it my imagination?
Ah, the Mind Palace reconstruction. Is that what it is? Time for that? Okay. Okay. So, we need to reconstruct the scene. And if I was to... That makes sense. Yep, that makes sense. No. Well. Yeah, no. That makes sense. That also makes sense. But is that... Yeah.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Okay, so I have to... I get it. I get it. So it's not gonna... It's not just gonna give me the 3 results like it did in the other one. There's multiple options here. Yeah. Okay. Well, we could have her going upstairs. That's not bad. I wouldn't think like this. It says Mycroft had to deal with it, right? So maybe that's what this is. You said Mycroft had to deal with this all day. What kind of other options are there here? Those are the only 3 options here. Okay, so yeah, it's not like it's not like the card room initially when I first did it. There were only 3 options and there were 3 places, so that's kind of where I was going with. Now it has multiple options per place that are not the same as the other places. So now we just have to remember how it was all going here. I don't believe it was this. He said Mycroft was dealing with this all day, so I don't believe it was this one, which it could mean this, but this guy also looks a lot older than Mycroft. And then it could be this. That's his umbrella. But like basically the entire series, the entire scene then would be just Mycroft doing things. This guy looks older than Mycroft. I don't know if this is it. I don't know if I trust this. This seems like it's appropriate. So Mycroft there, and then it would be him here too, I would think. But I don't know why he would be standing there pointing. That part's a little bit weird to me. But if the whole sequence is just... Yeah. I don't know what... There. That's the umbrellas in hand. I'm gonna try this and see if it works. I don't know about this one.
You're not even trying, Sherry.
So are the kids the
Concentrate.
one going through the case then? Because right now I don't see Sherry here at all, but there's also 2 children in this other one. There's 2 kids here. Yeah, okay, that makes... Yeah, okay. And what's on this side here? Is there multiple ones here? Okay, so there's an older man here helping out with this. What's the other option? Mycroft was dealing with this. It was certain, like, I know he said this. Mycroft was dealing with this, is what he said. So if that's the case, Mycroft has to be here. Father could be here. This has to be it then. Yeah.
Your neighbors will be told that Mrs. Holmes is suffering from tuberculosis. It is common to move closer to the sea in such cases.
Thank you, Dr. Richter. No, Sherlock, step away from her. Upstairs. Go to your room.
Okay.
Lean on me, Mother. Take your time.
Okay.
Actually, I never heard her coughing. I remember now.
Okay. Arriving at Cordona, we arrived in the early morning of a rainy day. Sherry's mother was weak and unsteady, so he tried to help her. Mycroft was very serious while dealing with luggage. Okay. When he saw Sherlock trying to help his mother up, he commanded him to go upstairs to our room. The last person to arrive was the doctor, not father, Otto Richter, who said that the neighbors will believe that Violet has tuberculosis. Sherry just realized that he never heard her coughing.
Oh, I feel dizzy. It's stuffy in here, isn't it?
John, are you all right?
I'll be okay in a minute. How about we find our room in the meantime?
So the memories are just unlocking doors. I would assume more memories would unlock this door over here too, possibly. I'm gonna change outfits. I don't need to be a cop right now. Let's go with this. Consulting detect. There we go. I didn't want it to like be clipping through my hands. Let's head upstairs for this. Now you let me walk. Nice. Then let me real quick take a look at John's diary. Sherry just recalled the day we moved to the manor. The memories are coming back, but I feel unsettled. Am I getting old? Yeah, maybe. You know, it's possible that once Sherry makes peace with all of it, maybe John will go away. We read this already. Casebook. Mind Palace seems to have seeped into the real world. It is preventing access to some rooms. I think I'll be able to get inside if I can remember more. John proposed that we find our bedroom. I think it was somewhere upstairs. Yeah, it's that red door. This one. Well, that's...
Look at this. It's like traveling 10 years into the past with a single step. Oddly satisfying.
Very, like, there's a lot of stuff in here. This is kind of a... Does this look like a 10-year-old's room to you?
Oh, it reminds me of our neighbour. He had the same balloon in his yard, only bigger. Do you remember?
Yes. We visited him several times while living here.
Visited him several times. There was a guy with a balloon. Friendly neighbor. He had a neighbor on the island that was friends with my family. What's this?
Need to repeat this one day, but with bullets.
Okay. Ah. Cool. This?
I'll never forget how challenging it was to obtain this simple sketch.
Be nice if I could zoom in like this without going into focus mode. Love to
I'll
just
never forget how challenging it was to
like
obtain
look
this
closer
simple sketch.
over his shoulder whenever I wanted. That'd be nice. Well, kind of like that.
Oh, these must be the notes of my earliest observations. We wanted to locate a particular dog we'd spotted, and we met it, didn't we?
Did John just flicker? Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't know if it starts happening in the future. That might be a sign. Like, it might have been an intentional flicker. Like almost like as our memories become more complete, we begin to move away from our past, right? And as we make, like, we settle, we want closure, right? Is what he said in the cemetery. He came here for closure. As we make peace with our past and we get that closure, I'm wondering if John will disappear over time. It's just like this idea in my head that might happen. So like the glitch might have been just games, bugs, but if it starts to happen more often, then it could be more of a clue.
Coal dust from Miner's End, sandy dirt from the old city. We scoured the island top to bottom for these soil samples.
Yeah, but why?
The first chemical laboratory I ever made. I almost miss its elegant simplicity.
Whoa, what's in here? We got,
Cannot believe all my toys are still here.
Hey, they were not just yours, they were half mine too.
Sure. God, it would be cool to have an imaginary friend, you know? I think it'd be awesome to always have someone that's talking to you like this. I think that'd be cool. Look at this thing. I have stuff that's similar to this. I got it in Indonesia in one of those marketplaces that tourists can go to get, well, trinkets and stuff. Yeah, I think I got mine in. I have one from Jakarta and one from Bali. I'm trying to click it, but it won't let me.
An artifact from Palau carved out of bone and claimed to be 300 years old. My mother proved it was a fake. My very favorite plaything. It was the perfect pirate treasure.
I think having a mental friend like that would make you schizophrenic. Well, maybe it would be fun to be a schizo then. What's this say? Oh.
Interesting. What's that over there?
Interesting. It looks like a key, but also a doorknob. It's like a key doorknob.
This doorknob has a cross-shaped end. Too intricate to be merely a handle.
Yeah.
You know what?
Take that.
That definitely looks like a key.
Yeah.
Let's poke around and see if we can find any secrets.
Exactly. How about this book?
So many pleasant evenings were spent here with the Encyclopedia Americana.
Yeah, I don't think that's something kids normally do. Robinson Crusoe?
The only fiction book on my table. I can still hear my mother reading it to me.
Robinson Crusoe. Pin? Pin what? Memories in the Manor. I spent my childhood in Stonewood Manor, and each room brings memories of that time back to life. What's this?
Look at this, John. Remember how desperately I wanted to learn the violin? I never had a proper opportunity.
Such a shame. I always hated the rule about being silent in this place.
Oh, they had a rule about being silent. Are we supposed to... Am I supposed to pin something else now? Yeah, this. Wooden handle. Also hidden treasure. John remembered that we had a hidden treasure somewhere in our room. He dares me to find it. He did? I don't remember that. When did he ask that? When did he ask that? What's this?
A magnificent tool made for a spurious purpose, staring into the sky. I've definitely found a better use for it.
You mean for spying on people?
Maybe. So, this... John has dared me to find the hidden item in our room. I don't even see that in his notes. When did he ask me to do that? Okay, well, hidden item in the room. We could look back in here. Is it? I mean, that wouldn't be very. It wouldn't be very appropriate. It can't be this. Like, it's not gonna be things I've already found, right? There's something else hidden in the room. Maybe it's the book.
The only fiction book on my table. I can still hear my mother reading it to me.
Is it fiction? I don't know. Not the scissors. There's already 4 out of 4 on this table. It's in our room, he says.
This time I was first to pick beds. This one's mine now.
Maybe it's in here? There's not really a whole lot of places left to search. You know? Up top? I feel like I've seen everything. You know?
Coal dust from Miner's End, sandy dirt from the old city. We scoured the island top to bottom for these soil samples.
Let's do the wooden handle instead. Maybe the thing he wants me to find has something to do with the wooden handle. Oh, well, hi. This pinning thing sucks. I hate this pinning thing. The requirement to pin things. Ugh. Subtle opening for a T-form. Yep. So this is where this would go.
Nah, doesn't fit here.
Or it doesn't. Alright, so we're looking over here. Subtle opening, cross-shaped. Yeah, actually, the handle looks like these handles, too.
Perfect match.
Yeah. What's this?
My small archive of crime clippings. Maybe I should pick up this habit again.
Is it this thing? Am I supposed to find this? Pipe. Does it have anything particularly interesting about it?
Made of cherry wood. Father's favorite.
What about the top side here?
Still has a faint odor of tobacco. One of the few things on this island that smell like home.
Pipe of his father. Small, straight, smoking pipe made of cherry wood that belonged to Sherry's late father. Is it Seeger? Holmes? Maybe it's a soft G. We had to hide it from Violet. I don't know much about Sherlock's father. We had to hide it from Violet as she didn't know we stole it from his cabinet in London. The wood is old. Its surface is worn from frequent use, but it has been well maintained. A faint scent of tobacco lingers.
I knew you'd find it in no time.
Oh, good. That's what he wanted me to do. Actually, I think there was more to that. I just didn't scroll down. Sherlock has taken his father's pipe with him. I sense it carries considerable sentimental value. Okay, that's all there was. So, dusty wooden handle, done. Hidden treasure, done. Yep. We can unpin this now, I guess. We found all of that. No tuberculosis. His mother was not suffering from tuberculosis. Also, no. Okay, there. There. My mother was not suffering from tuberculosis, also known as consumption. I don't remember any persistent coughing. See, at this point, now the game has introduced me to the fact that both of these things... Okay, good. So, are these two connected? Mycroft lied. Mycroft hid the truth about the death of our mother and lied when he told me that she died of tuberculosis. Mycroft, how could you? Imaginary friend John, missing records. I don't think this... Well, we did play together, but I don't know if these two are connected. Yeah, okay. I wouldn't think the missing records are something I could piece together yet either.
This time I was first to pick beds. This one's mine now.
Now I'm wondering if I go out, can I go to one of the other doors? Is there another door I can go to? I have to go to Mine Palace, actually. No. I can have a deduction from this? Maybe these two together? All right, the missing neighbor might know something. While there are no records about my mother's death, we had a family friend on Cardona. Maybe he knows something. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Casebook pops out here, but I can't click it to proceed to it. Come on, game. Definitely console-like. Looking for a family friend. There are no records about my mother's death, but I do recall an old family friend we had here in Cardona. An eccentric man named Theodore Gilden. He was missing the little finger on his right hand, and if he still lives here, he may be able to shed some light on her passing. He used to live in one of the neighboring houses near the Greek bridge. He had a gas balloon in his yard. Well, let's go find him.
Neighbor missing a finger?
That does sound vaguely familiar. Wasn't his name, Theodore? Theodore Gilden, perhaps?
It's the perfect time to investigate.
All right, we're going to go find Theodore near the Greek bridge with a gas balloon in the yard. Okay. Now, he was a neighbor, so shouldn't be that far away. And if I'm going to look at a bridge, this has got to be the Greek bridge, right? Yeah. So he had a balloon. It's going to be like one of these two houses, right? Let's try, Oh, hey. Don't get stuck. Maybe try this way. It's all nighttime and stuff. I do this during the day. I wonder if there's a way to, like... I'm sorry.
Excuse me, just one question.
I'm afraid I don't know about it.
Oh. Plus, the missing record might mention the fact that she didn't have TV. Yeah, maybe that's why it was destroyed. Maybe Mycroft is the reason. I mean, Mycroft is a fairly powerful person.
That wretch Goliath would murder us all. Mark my words.
What's happened? Oh, who is it?
What? What's going on here? What's going on here? Hang on.
Destruction and trampled ground.
Destruction and trampled ground. Yeah, there's a whole bunch. This gate's destroyed. Everything's... Something came through. Something big came through here. It took out stuff on both sides. It couldn't have been maybe a horse and carriage? But how would that break through that gate? That's a big gate for a horse. I don't think so.
Destruction and trampled ground.
This is still... Oh. Oh. Well, okay then. Hi. I guess we have another case right now. Nicely done. Good transitions. Let me just check out this really quick. It looks like we've got access to a gas line of some kind here, maybe.
A coal gas tank. Enough to pump up an airship.
Yeah, so this would be how he pumps up his big balloon, right? Looks like there's a broken board here for the fence.
Fresh signs of impact. A rough landing led to an altercation with this shed.
And we have this here too, this little knife.
A sailor's knife, useful for cutting wet and thick ropes.
Is it gonna give me any other clue about it, or is it just the knife? Yeah, here. There's a nick in the blade.
It's seen a lot of use. The blade is worn from grinding.
Okay. That opens up something for our casebook then. Chaos unfolded. I visited the house of an old family friend and discovered evidence of a recent mayhem. The gate was broken from the inside. The shed holds a coal gas tank that appears operational. Someone fell there recently, hitting the wall and dropping their knife. It was not a soft landing. Okay. Gilded cage. Oh, it's a whole new case too. Nice. The gilded cage. So this is Bosun's knife. It was left near the shed at the crime scene by an unknown person. This type of knife is used to cut ropes. Okay, so somebody's a sailor. Well, we got ourselves a case then, don't we? What's up, John?
He was certainly under pressure.
Yeah, he was also dragged. Like a considerable distance as well. That's nice.
Oof, a contortionist you were not.
You were not.
Disjointed vertebrae. Difficult to say if it was a way to start or finish him off.
Vertebrae. Like, this guy was absolutely mangled.
A kneecap reduced to splinters.
Yeah, and what's this? The sash.
A belt from a dressing gown. Curious.
Then, can I see the blood trail, or is that not part of the evidence, I guess? Not yet. I thought this rock would be, but he doesn't really seem like he would be bashed in, so I guess probably not. The only thing I think is maybe his shoes. No? None of this appears to be evidence that's important. I got the sash. I got his head. Neck was destroyed. His arm is all twisted. Oh, there is something with his hand.
A missing pinky. Middle-aged.
Oh!
It's none other than Theodore Gilbert.
Right, the missing pinky. I didn't notice that.
Sherlock, another death means another question.
And we shall answer the question. It's far too interesting to give it up to the police.
Alright, so we have Gilden. This is the guy we were going to ask questions about. So clearly we can't question him anymore. But now we have to figure out what happened to him. There is this huge streak of blood that comes from this direction, which I would like to investigate that. I'm looking in the surrounding area, though. See if there's anything else. You know, maybe somebody threw something back here to hide it or anything like that. There's a lot of these sacks. I'm not sure what's on them. And then the balloon is way up there. Ah, there it is. I didn't see that before. So there's the balloon.
Didn't we get to fly in it as children? I doubt it could hold my weight today.
It's a very small balloon. What about over here? I kind of wish it was daytime. I mean, the moonlight's cool and all, but I kind of wish it was daytime. Is there any way to, I don't know, like speed up time? Like just go to day? Can I take a break and come back later? I know it doesn't really fit the, you know, the fluidity of the story, but it'd be nice to be there in the day. Fatal battering. These two things don't match. They don't, I mean, they likely have something to do with each other because they're connected to the case, but they don't directly match. Well, the blood is from this direction, so there's a chain here as well. Something was chained here. Whoa. So these are footprints. Was it in? It's huge. Is it like an elephant, maybe? It's enormous.
Poke the elephant with this? Really? People are hopeless.
Okay, well, it's clearly an elephant. Thanks for that. Way to just give it away there. There's nothing unique about that. I mean, the tip of this, the end of this, has an elephant, right? Like right there. Adult elephant. Yeah, we already figured that out. Thanks, John. He was tied up to this.
A strong pull broke this leash.
This leash. You think?
A pool of blood and saliva, possibly as a result of impact.
Sherlock, take a picture of the footprint. It's valuable evidence.
Ooh, activate your camera and use left click to take a photo. The frame on the viewfinder will turn white when you are aiming correctly. You're even gonna tell me when I'm aiming correctly? Thanks.
This photograph can help us find the old article about the elephants. The front page was fascinating. It was hard to believe as a child.
True. We may need it in our investigation.
Front page, he said. Elephants, front page. We're gonna have to maybe go back to the newspaper. They said they did an article on it. That's what he said. So maybe the Chronicle has a story on the elephant. But this happened now. Why would it be... Like, how do you know about this, John?
A royal suite for a favorite pet.
Plenty of food to satisfy even the most fastidious.
But maybe the story of the past for this elephant will tell us more about the elephant and more about his, like, the reason for why he was here and everything. Can we see anything else over here by chance?
This is quite comfy.
Good for you, man. It's probably where he drank water out of. That I would think you'd want a lot bigger than that for your elephant, but cool little ball for it. Some food. Yep. Okay. Big light is still on, and then we can recreate the scene here. Potentially. Let's go into casebook first here real quick. So chaos unfolded. The shed holds coal gas tank that appeared to be operational. Someone fell. We know this already. It's this one. Elephant's life. John reminded me of a newspaper article from our childhood. It was the first time I had seen these beautiful creatures. I can check the newspaper's archive. It was on front page story written by a science journalist and would have been published 10 years ago. Okay. We could look at that. I'm wondering if I should do that before I put the pieces of the puzzle together. Mr. Gilden owned a wild animal. This is probably... Yeah, I bet he was trampled by the... I mean, it looks like he's probably trampled by the elephant. Goliath may have killed Theodore. The elephant, Goliath, may have attacked Theodore Gilden in order to break free. That makes sense. Let's take a look at Elephant's life here really quick. I'm wondering why this is just a Mind Palace thing, right? To recreate the scene. Maybe we do this first. How would we have enough info to do this right now, though? Or would we have enough info to do this right now? I mean, the elephant would have been here, right? I don't know what that is. I don't think we have any... wow. No, I don't think so. I don't think we can assemble this yet. Well, maybe this. Maybe. Maybe. It's not this one. I'm gonna leave it with this one for a second. It might be that. What happened over here? I mean, if you're fighting it over there, I don't know how you got over here. Plus, you were dragged, so you would not have been on your feet already. Oh, now that's interesting. Maybe. And then what about this guy? What would happen here? He ran away after the event happened? This is a mysterious figure, we don't know. Oh, you know, the elephant could have escaped. All that stuff is trampled, so the elephant could have broken through all that stuff. I bet the elephant escaped. But I don't know if we know enough about this to know this right now, do we? I mean, if the elephant was... It had to be... He had to have gone through here. Like, all that stuff is trampled. It had to have gone through here. Right? But if that's the case, then... I'm not sure it would have been this. Now, wait a minute. Were you trampled by the elephant? Or... were you beaten by somebody else and dragged to make it look like it was the elephant? Well, if that was the case, there would have been blood on this thing, though, right? We didn't see blood on that. We saw that dropped on the ground. I don't think we saw blood on that. Can I exit? Here. Hang on. Do we see blood on that hook thing? Couldn't he have dragged himself? I mean, possibly. I don't see any blood on this at all, so I don't think this was a weapon. The chain was broken. These are splatters. And it's possible. I'm seeing the hoof prints are definitely here. And then we get into the you know, the sidewalk, so there wouldn't be any footprints this way. I'm wondering if I should go to the... Should I go to the archive and learn about that first? Wow, frame rates. Hey, how you doing? Can I go in here? No. Is there any other evidence around here that I might be able to see? I don't believe it was a murder weapon because there's nothing on it. I think potentially the elephant trampled him as he was trying to go. Like, he was trying to escape. I think the elephant trampled him. And he must have pulled on that chain awful hard to get out of there, though, like that. This is definitely not the murder weapon. So, I'm gonna go with the elephant being the suspect for the time being. So, if we go back into Mind Palace... Oh, it doesn't keep my previous results. Okay. It's fine. This, I think, makes sense. What was there? Was there multiple here? It's not. Oh. Now, see, this is strangling. I don't know why there wouldn't be a whole lot of blood from a strangle like this, right? Because there's blood here. I don't know if there'd be a lot of blood from a strangle like that. And then also, if he was strangled like that, he wouldn't have been able to crawl that way. So I think he was still on his feet at this point, and the tusks probably hit him, and that's where the blood came from. Like, he was bludgeoned with the tusks, probably. The elephant came this way. Oh. That's a possibility. Maybe there isn't a third person. Why would there have to be a third person? What evidence do we have that there's even a second person, I mean? Like, we don't have any evidence that there's a second person. Right? Maybe this happened? Like this. We don't have any evidence of this second person being here. Drawing a conclusion that includes another person doesn't make sense. Now, unless we talk about the knife. The knife is an interesting one because that's kind of like, what would this guy have to do with a knife? There's a rope here. I mean, would a person who manages a balloon have like a similar need for a knife that a person that's like sailing? I mean, I think there's some crossover there, but I don't know. It's not uncommon for someone to just own tools too. Like, the knife could have been there. And like this right here, it clearly shows his legs are like fully together here, right? Like his legs are not crushed there. To where this result could easily have resulted in crushing him. Could easily have worked that way. And then, and like, of course, here, we could just say that the elephant left. I don't think we have any evidence that there's a second person necessarily. But the body was dragged. Yeah, you're right. If he was on his feet like this, there's no dragging here, right? Yeah. So the only way he could have been dragged is either by the elephant or by another guy. If we assume there's no other person, this could be it. Right? If we assume there is no other person, this is it. But why would a man be managing an elephant by himself? You wouldn't have a partner, somebody helping you manage an elephant? I'm gonna try this.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
All right, well, fine. I had to, you know, I had to assume there wasn't a second person. So I'm gonna try and... The only reason I don't select this is because of those drag marks, right? The streak, the drag of the blood on the ground. Like, this shows him perfectly capable of moving on his own. So this can't be it. Look left. Look what left? What do you mean look left? I can't venture too far away. Can't venture too far away. Maybe there's some more evidence. Something else that would clue me into there being a second person here. Right? I mean, because the knife is peculiar. That knife is peculiar. But other than the knife, I don't see... And then the elephant definitely came through here and busted it down. Like, there's the hoof prints. The elephant was definitely here. It came all the way out this way. And then there's that sash that's around him. What did the evidence of that say? It said it was a
belt from a dressing gown. Curious.
A belt from a dressing gown, which he is not wearing. That could be the evidence of the second person. Belt from a dressing gown plus the knife. That could be the evidence of the second person.
He was certainly under pressure.
I'm still pretty convinced that this was a bludgeoning here and not with that, but by the elephant itself. And then the dragging began here. And if the elephant didn't do it, then that definitely means there's a second person that did. Okay, I'm gonna try it on the assumption that there's a second person, and we're gonna try to see if that's. We're gonna try to see if there's a second person. If I get it wrong, I think 3 times, then John starts not liking me. He says I'm not. He starts becoming unimpressed with me. We're gonna assume. Yeah, see, I don't like this one. I don't like this one only because the weapon has no blood on it. And then there's blood splatters here. It's got to be the other one. But why would this happen if Gideon is the... Maybe if he's not a trainer. Let's assume that somebody else helped. But there's just no, I don't know, there's just no real evidence of this being the thing. And the elephant clearly came this way. Am I missing? I'm missing some kind of evidence, right? I must be missing something. Elephant's life. Maybe I need to see that. Maybe I need to see the elephant's life. I want to go look at the elephant's life from the Chronicle first. There might be something there that tells me there isn't a second trainer or some sort of incident that happened in the past. Wow, frame rates. Hey, how are you? Yeah. Wow. Got like a... Yeah, I want to go look at the Chronicle and see this. We would need a fast travel point. I believe I can go to the manor for that first. Unless I can just do it straight from the map. Can I just do that? Okay, I just hold space. I want to go to the Chronicle here. And like investigate this. See if there's something I can learn about that elephant. And so they said, if I look at the archives, right? They said that the elephant, the story was 10 years ago. Front page story by a science journalist would have been published 10 years ago. Okay. So period, we'd say somewhere around here. Current year is 1880. 10 years ago, it'd be 1870. Peoples, could have been a journalist. Section, front page. Let's try that. Lord of All Beasts, okay. The Lord of All Beasts, written by Dr. Ian Menzies. Only a lucky few can claim to have beheld this planet's strangest and most wonderful fellow, the elephant. Said to be land's largest animal, this colossal yet friendly creature enchants all with its size, intelligence, and communication. Elephants are mammals, just like humans, and originate in Asia and Africa. Despite feet that reach 18 to 25 inches in adult males, the elephant is surprisingly agile and is in concert with its prehensile trunk, or prehensile trunk, can perform feats of remarkable dexterity. Elephants form strong emotional bonds with their loved ones. Some scientists have even reported witnessing signs of grief or happiness. Perhaps the question is not how much elephants resemble us, but how much we resemble them.
That's the article. Feeling old already?
All that did is tell me that the elephant didn't do it. Like, that leads me to believe the elephant wouldn't have done it to his, you know? Found the article. John was right about useful information about life of the elephant. Can we find any other evidence to suggest there was another person there? There's that dress, right? That sash, right? Belt or whatever, garment. Wait, where in the world am I? This isn't where I thought I was. Okay, straight down the road. There's that, and then there's also, hey, balloon in the air, nice. There's that, and then there is the knife. But I don't see that as a component for the evidence in my mind palace. This definitely is consistent with an angry elephant charging through it. And then the footprints are right there. But the footprints, that doesn't necessarily, honestly, the footprints don't necessarily tell me that the elephant escapes, because this is the only way out. Every time the elephant is brought out, that would have been the path that it takes anyway, right? I mean, the elephant is going to walk that way anyway. It would just be the evidence of the elephant escaping, yes, but not necessarily of trampling him. Possibly what would happen, but then how did your leg end up like that? You're all contorted. The elephant wouldn't have stepped on you. I mean, his footprints suggest he didn't. Unless he did, and then you continued to crawl. I guess that's a possibility. Friendly, I'd say the capybara is much more friendly. Capybara is the best. Well, let's. I mean, it clearly the resolution that suggests that he was alone didn't work. Gosh, the frame rates are getting hit so hard here. What is going on with this? I hope they release patches for performance. I just don't see how this is possible. He's on his 2 feet. He was dragged from way over there. You know? He was dragged from way over there. It can't be this. So this is dragging, which makes sense, but then if that's the case, then I would think like this oh, there he is. Wait. Oh. His helper. He's back here. Okay. That makes, now there's a second person. Okay. This definitely is how it went down then. Okay, cool. So now I'm gonna try this. I don't think it was this one. I think the elephant was angry. I think this is what happened. I think the elephant was angry. It hit him like this. He kind of trampled down. He kind of got himself injured. Helper pulled him to this side, but not before the elephant trampled through here. So like Helper must have been over here, maybe getting ready for the balloons, gas, something like that. And then as he began to go back this direction, the elephant busted through the gate and smacked him back like this, which caused him to drop his knife. Also, he slammed into that board. So he was thrown all the way back into that board. That makes more sense. But then there's this part here, which is a little bit weird. It's sort of like the impression that he was thrown into that board, but he got up, and then he came over here and he was like, oh no, what happened? And then he dragged him to here, but why would he do that? Why would he drag him to here? Why here? And then maybe went and got help? This part here is the strange part. I don't know about this one. Like, this implies a drag, but why would a person who just got thrown by this elephant go into here, go, oh my gosh, are you okay? Drag him to this point and then leave him. Why would he do that? Why would he drag him to this point and leave him? Now, the elephant dragging him makes more sense, but not really. It only makes more sense because I don't know why his behavior would cause him to go in here and drag him out this far and then leave him. But the elephant being calm enough in this situation to drag him here, then leave him, and then bust through that door, I don't know about that. And then there's this, which, again, makes more sense to me because he's crushed. But the only problem with this solution is the drag. There's still a problem with this solution as there is clear drag marks. So it can't be this. I don't know why you're doing this.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
The only other solution How were you dragged? How were you dragged to this point? I've already tried this solution. This doesn't work. I've already tried this. If he's wrapped up in this trunk like this, then it would have to be the other solution here, right? Where he was strangled, but that's not consistent with the blood that we're seeing. And I still don't think it's this. Although, gentle creatures, right? Gentle creatures, so, like, I guess maybe you were hit. Oh, hey, now, there's no blood on the weapon, though. Maybe he was hit here, right? If we assume this, maybe he was hit here, and the elephant found him. Was like, hey man, the elephant dragged him to this point, right? Gentle dragged him to this point and then busted through there where the guy who killed him was on the other side, like trying to like plan something maybe. I don't know. But then how did he get all crushed up? He wouldn't have gotten crushed by this. And why would the elephant be angry and be trampling things? There just isn't enough evidence for this. I've missed something. There's not enough evidence for this right now. And why is the picture of the footprint relevant for evidence? Like, it had me take a picture of that footprint, and that's a different color. You know? Does anyone else have anything that they see that I'm missing? Like, without going into metagaming and being like, I've seen this before, like not telling me things I don't have in front of me. But do you guys see any solution to this? Like, I feel like there's some sort of detail that's not really solidifying how it is, that's causing me to be more of a guessing game at this point. Because if the elephant is friendly, then what's causing it to act up? I'm not saying that it wouldn't act up, but if we assume that there's no like murder, then the only solutions are the elephant killed him. If this elephant killed him, there's two ways. He either did it angrily and fiercely and trampled him, which caused blood, or he did a strangulation thing like this and then dragged him out that way. But like, he was clearly dragged. He had to have been dragged. So there's really only two solutions for this. He had to have been dragged. So this is the only solution that doesn't make sense, right? This one here is the only one that doesn't make sense because he had to be dragged. So assuming that, then we have two ideas. Either somebody dragged him here. I don't see why a person would drag him from there to here. That doesn't make any sense. Now, Now wait a minute. Guy over here was at the gas. Gas fills the balloon. Maybe the guy here killed him here and dragged him this way, and he only stopped and put him here because he needed to open the gate. So he dragged the body to here because he was going to put it in the balloon, maybe. Then he opened the gate, had to go over here to mess with this, but then why is the elephant coming? That doesn't make sense. What's the other solution here? He ran away? Well, that's not consistent because we got this break. Like, this thing broke. There's clearly an impact here and the knife. There's clearly an impact here. He had to have been thrown. Right? He had to have been thrown. So if he had to have been thrown, this has to be the solution. This had to have happened. This final stage here has to have happened. Right? Yeah. Okay. So if this final stage definitely happened, then we have an angry elephant. We have an angry elephant. The problem is I've already tried this solution. Like, this solution has already been tested. And it said it's not, I'm not trying, so it can't be this. This makes sense because I still don't know why he was dragged this far and then dropped. And yeah, the arms, right? The arms dictate that he was pulled from that side. His arms are out that way, right? He definitely did not do this. He was dragged. He definitely did not do this. So it has to be this. So these two have to be correct. If these two are correct, then the only other solution that there is that the elephant picked him up and squeezed him, which doesn't line up with like anything. Being trampled, why is his legs busted up? I'm gonna try it. I don't like this solution, but it's the only other thing I can think of.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Okay, so both solutions that involve the elephant killing him are not valid, basically. Is that what I'm seeing here? Both solutions where the elephant kills him are not valid? It's suggesting that there's an actual... It's suggesting that this is the proper solution. No, this one. The game is telling me this is the solution, but that doesn't make sense. It's not consistent. Because there's no blood on that weapon. Unless... Why would it be cleaned? Why is he all smashed up? And if this is the case, then why did the elephant bust through the gate? I don't know, man. I think the owner got attacked, the elephant tried to get him help, and then somehow went on to escape. It's trying to suggest that this is the solution. Like, it's basically leading me to this without me understanding why. Because there's no blood on that weapon. You would think if this guy was bashed in, legs, all that stuff, like that weapon would have blood on it.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
I feel like I'm missing a piece of evidence here. All three of these first solutions have been told that are false. Like, all three of these first solutions are saying that they're wrong. So it can't be one, like, it's got to be one of these that are wrong. It's got to be one of these that are wrong. Right? Could it be out of order? Well, that's what I was thinking. Like, maybe this drag here happened after that, right? But if the hook isn't sharp, there might not be blood on it. But there's a lot of blood everywhere. And the blood happened from the, like, I get what you're saying. If it's like a baseball bat or something and you're bashing somebody's leg, you know, through their clothing, there might not be blood on it. I get that part. But there is blood everywhere. And if that was used that way, right? So if the elephant, it just, something isn't lining up. It's bugging me. Like, I've missed a piece of evidence. You know what I mean? Like, dragging the body like this, the arms would not be like that. Okay? And doing it this way, there would be no dragging. The guy is on his feet. He's straight up in the air. He's on his feet. He wouldn't have been dragged. And then the game has told me that this is invalid. The game's flat out denied me this. This has to be the truth. Because so much evidence. The gate, the footprints are here. That whole element there is all trampled. And this guy, who presumably was helping with the knife, smacked into that board and dropped his knife down here. Like, all of that, it just seems like all of that is valid. There is just something, I have to be missing something. Or maybe the game is just telling me that's not the result because I haven't gotten all the other evidence. It's done that before. Like, is my casebook got something in it that I'm missing here? Puddle of blood late, bullhook. All right, so let's read this whole thing. The body of a man was found in the enclosed pen of a large animal. His right hand is missing his little finger. It's Theodore Gilden. The man suffered so many lethal injuries and fractures that the exact cause of death is difficult to determine. No shit. His legs are mangled and bloody. A dressing gown belt was found on the body. A dressing gown belt. Suggesting that the person who was with him was dressed up. Probably, right? Because of the bloodstains as it's dragging, right? So something had to drag it. Was it the dude or was it the elephant? If it was the elephant, I agree the arms are in the wrong position. So it would have to be the dude, whatever, or the woman, I guess, whatever, right? Whoever killed him dragged him, right? But why drag him all the way to the gate and then stop? Well, maybe it's because you had to open the gate. If that's the case, then why would you get the gates? Like, why would it slam into you when the elephant leaves if it's already open? And then you have the idea where somebody clearly hit the board with force, which could explain if the frame rate's so bad in this area.
A royal suite for a favorite pet.
The only thing I can do is just... Wait, what's this? Wait, what's this? There's blood on that. Well, maybe it's just rust. Maybe it went down this way? There's no evidence that it did, but maybe? I'm wondering if we can just find the elephant. I don't know, guys. Like, I feel like there is a piece of evidence that I have not seen. I feel like there is something that I have missed that is not allowing me to have the correct conclusion. Because the only ones that I haven't tried make no sense. They don't line up with the evidence. So I'm wondering if there is actually like another solution.
Hello.
This place seems too well put together. If the elephant came through here in a fit of rage, you would think that... Well, I mean, based on this, you would think the elephant went that way. Because if it went that way, wouldn't that gate be on the ground? If it went this way, there'd be other stuff trampled. And none of these people can tell me what happened. They're just, like, riding up a commotion without knowing what happened. I don't like how the only solutions that are left are... Wait.
Hog heaven.
That's not gonna help me. I don't like how the only solutions that are left don't make sense. The only solutions that I don't have right now are ones that don't make sense. I don't like that. This gate is not bashed in, which, I mean, that could be. Maybe they're not, like, they weren't latched, so there's no reason for them to, you know, to be bashed in since they're not latched together. Yeah, but we've tried that already. The elephant strangling him and dragging him, we've tried that already. The game told me no. And then that still doesn't explain the blood everywhere. Because if the elephant strangled him, why would there be blood? You don't have blood with strangulation. And then dragging him like this. Crushing the leg could be explained by just being stepped on. You know? Like, that's possible, he just was stepped on. The neck being contorted would be consistent with strangulation. But the problem with this, the ultimate problem with my... The ultimate problem that I have with strangulation theory is that his leg is so battered and busted up with tons of blood, right? You would not have this kind of blood with a strangulation. You would have it with, like, a tusk hitting him or, you know, being stomped on or whatever. But then there's no real logical reason for a person to drag him all the way over here and then stop. Which is why I was thinking there has to be some sort of evidence that I'm missing and I just don't see it. What's that red arrow on your compass? My current waypoint, which is currently set to the police department. So I can just take it off. Not a big deal. Yeah. So this is all the evidence there is. I don't get to have any more, which is really unfortunate because I just feel like there's one extra piece that it's not giving me. And Mind Palace, right, is doing this. Is there any way for me to like the only conclusion I have is that that Goliath attacked him. But there's no way for me to give back the clue, put the clue back on the board. It won't let me do that. So those have to be two connected things. These two things are not connected, which leads me to believe there's something else that needed to be connected in order for me to come up with that conclusion. So, I mean, the only thing I can do now is guess, and I really don't want to do that because it just... God, what is the deal, frame rates? What is going on? What in the world? It's either epic or medium. There's no high. Let's bring down the anti-aliasing, thanks. That didn't help. I think it's just a terribly optimized game. All right, let's go. I don't like the solution. I don't think it's consistent. I don't think it matches up with evidence. I don't think it matches evidence. If you have blood, then you have aggression here. Strangulation. This would lead to blood, but there's no blood on the weapon. And the game makes a point to specifically tell me it's an unstained weapon or an unstained item. So it has to be strangulation, which wouldn't lead to blood. I don't know. I don't like it. Does anybody know what the solution is supposed to be? I'm open to somebody telling me exactly what the solution is supposed to be at this point. Because none of this, unless you know I've missed evidence. If you know I've missed evidence, actually tell me that instead. If you know that I've missed evidence that would give me a different solution, I'm open to hearing it. Because I don't see a logical conclusion here that has not been tried. All of the solutions I've seen have not been tried. Strangulation could lead to blood. No, it could not. Look at where the blood is originating. The blood is originating on his leg. What part of this scene leads to a smashed leg that's bleeding everywhere? I don't see where the smash came from. Unless he was stepped on, but then also dragged. You know? Weird. Have you tried my solution? I have not been looking at solutions. The moment I see backseat gaming, I completely ignore you, chat. I'm sorry, it's just the way it goes. The moment I see any backseating at all on something like this, on a situation like this in this kind of game, I completely ignore you until I've given up. There's two conclusions, right? Elephant killed him, or mystery person killed him. There's a sash around him. That doesn't necessarily mean it was left by the perpetrator. He could have been wearing it himself. You know? Maybe getting ready for a show or something, right? I mean, elephant show. He's got an elephant. He's like a circus type thing, right? This is the coolest part for me, John. Yeah. This part is great. I wonder about this. Now that I've seen that gate, do you give me a third option here? No. This is the only solution that makes sense. There's no other solution here that makes sense. This guy got thrown back into that board. That board is clearly broken, and he had a knife in his hand. He was messing with this stuff. Why did he have a knife? I don't know. Really don't. And then for this, again, he was dragged. There's only two solutions. Either he was dragged by the dude, or he was dragged by the elephant. But he was dragged. Either way, he was dragged. Like, it had to be dragged, right? So, if he wasn't dragged, then it would be like this. Now, this would be consistent with getting crushed. But it doesn't line up with the strangulation, because his neck is clearly contorted out. it doesn't line up with the drag. So it can't be this. Which leads me back to this, which is what I thought it was, because his arms are out in front of his body, and we have this. But why was he dragged to here and then left here? And if that's the case, this person, clearly not injured, able to drag this body, he was smashed in here and it was not a gentle fall. So where is that dude? I want to find that guy. Can I talk to whoever that is? Can I see whoever that is? The game doesn't give me the idea that I can. It doesn't tell me that I can. Right? It doesn't tell me that I can find whoever that is. Because I have to figure out the mystery man before I have to figure out that there was a mystery man beforehand. Which there has to be. Alright. I'm gonna start guessing here in a second. I hate this. I hate this. I hate that there's this one detail that I just can't figure out. I don't understand. He either got attacked, dragged here, and then left. I don't know. This has already been proven wrong. The game has already told me this is the wrong solution. So there's no point in trying this. I can switch this to strangled, and the game has also already told me that is wrong. But this makes sense. You know, it makes sense. This doesn't make sense because there's no blood there. No blood on the weapon doesn't make sense.
In a fit of rage, the elephant broke the chain and threw its victim on the ground with a fierce power. Escaping the scene, it pulled the body with it, but dropped it at the gate. At least some of this was witnessed by a third party who was hurled against the shed. The elephant can't have gone too far. I can still track it.
Well, suppose you find it. Then what? Push it all the way back to the manor?
Didn't I try that already? Wasn't that the second solution I tried? John told me I wasn't even trying. Wasn't that the second one we tried? Why did it work that time? Maybe I had a different detail? I mean, that's... I still don't understand how the leg got smashed right here. If he was strangled, right? Maybe it was more than a strangle. Oh, get out of this area so my frames can come back. What is going on? Okay. Well, that's how the chaos unfolded, I guess. Seems so simple now, but like I swear I tried that and it didn't work. Weren't you stopping back then? I mean, I don't know. I might have. I might have. Could not have gotten far without attracting attention. Which I asked them already. This is the part that I have a problem with in this game. Could not have escaped without attracting attention. Right? So I come over here and I ask this guy. And now that I have the evidence, I bet this guy has something new for me. You have something new for me?
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
That's a question I can answer.
I asked this guy already, and he said, I can't help you. Like, ugh, that's so annoying. Cross the Greek bridge in the direction of the forest where Theodore used to walk it.
Look who's here.
You crossed the bridge? You crossed the bridge, but the elephant didn't destroy anything along the way. Wait a minute. Sleeps on stomach. You know that already, huh? Tracks leads towards the forest. But you said he crossed the bridge, so I have to go across the bridge for this. And none of you saw this? None of you have any data for me on this? The elephant didn't destroy anything on the way? It's Swedish lowlife. Despising. Pub regular. Okay, cross the bridge. Hello, hoof print. See it. Even if Sherlock isn't letting me see it, I see it. Hoof print. Hoof print. Now you're gonna let me? I saw it already. Olive oil.
The elephant barged into this cart of olive oil.
What if we're lucky and he slipped and fell somewhere along the way?
So I think for this investigation, like I tried it, right? I don't know, the stream was buffering. Maybe you didn't see that whole time, but like I tried to follow the elephant across the bridge. But you have to ask first. Okay, it went this way. It went this way. Had to have. Yep. More tracks here. Hi there. My gratitude to this island will grow, just as this tree I gift to you, from the most responsible citizen in Cordona, T. Gilden. Oh. Interesting. Well, there's evidence of the...
So many jokes I could think of.
Yeah.
Okay, hear me out. If an elephant falls in the forest and there's no one around to...
John, no.
Oh, you're such a killjoy.
I want to hear the end of it. Okay, so it went this way. I'd like to be able to solve this without going into this mode, but I guess. Where are you, elephant? There's a campfire here. Still lit. Weird. Said the elephant went this way. Yeah. Went through the water. Oh, what's this?
Strange. It was hung with care.
Ah, so this is that... Yeah, this is that material he was wrapped with, too. Okay, let's come down, see the key.
The game has escaped us, for now. We'll find a solution to the elephant problem later.
Really? After all that? Can I see this? Ink-stained letter. Dear Theodore, I am writing to you as a fellow islander. I value our friendship, just as I value the lives of our people. Although I'm afraid this one-sided friendship cannot tie my hands any longer. Interesting. One-sided. Somebody had some animosity. I'm being made to look weak in the eyes of your neighbors. They believe that your tree is a mockery, and not a peace offering as you intended. The people are afraid. You refuse to give your elephant a proper trainer, instead using your own limited knowledge to teach it. It is an impossible situation. This makes more sense. Now I have the evidence. I admit that I did think of having the elephant forcibly taken and given to Mr. Talhart, who has shown that he is quite capable of looking after the elephant being, although she is female and far less frightening than your beast. Please reconsider the situation. Sir William Sinclair, Governor of Cordona. Witness fell on the shed after the incident with Goliath. The unknown person may well be injured from the fall. Indeed. But it was hung here so neatly. So where would you have gone? Why is that black and white? Am I not able to swim? Sherlock doesn't know how to swim. Take a look at the case book really quick. Keys from dressing gown. I found a set of keys from the dressing gown. John's diary also has the document as well for the letter. A set of keys from the dressing gown. Okay. Surely we will be able to find... I want something else that references, like, this campfire here. Like, this is clearly something, right? Whoever this was, who was injured, they set up camp here, maybe? They hung up the gown, and they set up camp here. I thought, anyway. But now I'm thinking... It says all evidence collected. Oh, I have to go back here? That makes sense, I guess. Because I collected all the evidence, so I have to come back. Alright, maybe I'm just getting one step ahead of myself here. It's still to the west. Recently, a broken elephant ran past, yeah. So the only thing I'm questioning right now, which, like, clearly, you know, there's the police officer here. Oh, we have barricades too. No, I'm one of you. It's fine. Wonder if that even matters. That is a very well-dressed man. Can I walk? I want to walk. Let me walk. Thank you. It's caps lock. Keep forgetting that. You. Oh, that's John. Hi, John. I'm just an investigator. I'm with the police department. Nothing to see here. Ah. Now we have an actual crime scene. You guys are investigating. Nice. See, this is the part that I don't quite understand, and maybe it's just because of the explanation. The way the graphics were with him being strangled, it just didn't tell me about how the leg ended up this way. And you might think, well, okay, the elephant stepped on it and stuff as he walked past, which is valid, but that would have happened here, not way over there. So there was a struggle that happened that like beyond just being strangled. There was something else that had to have happened, and it could not have been a murder by a person with this weapon, since there is no blood on the weapon. So, which also leads me to believe, possibly, and because there are splatters everywhere, possibly because there's no blood on the weapon, that the weapon was placed here after the blood was happening. So, like, maybe after the injury, they dropped it, right? Like, so the blood splatter wasn't being splattered on the ground while the weapon was on the ground. I was just kind of trying to deduce that, and I think maybe I was overthinking it a little bit. In any case, can I talk to you?
Oh, why do I get the worst jobs?
Set of keys, Theodore's dressing gown. So he's investigating this. There is other evidence. It says there's other evidence, but I don't see it yet. I already looked at this once.
Hog heaven.
And there's a police officer in there. Can I get in there? Is there a way to get in there? Maybe an alternative way in? No. Maybe this officer will tell me something? Or not. Well, I have a set of keys. I took the key. I should just open it up with a key, right?
Hog heaven.
But it doesn't let me do that. Unless I mean, I have the key. Now that I see this chain actually doesn't seem to have a lock. There's no padlock on that. It's just tied. Maybe it's this. Can I open this?
A coal gas tank. Enough to pump up an airship.
Now, come on now. I have keys. Let me use it here.
Hog heaven.
It won't let me use it on this, and it won't let me use it on this. The only other door I can think of would be using it on this. Okay, it's this. Okay. Gildan Manor. Giant elephant tusk. Oh. And spears? That's not... Oh. That's very different. Look at all of this stuff. This guy wasn't just like training elephants. This almost seems like he hunted them. You have this picture which shows peacefulness with the elephant.
I can always recognize the spirit of a true artist.
Yeah, but like right away I see evidence that he hunts them. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe he was mistreating the elephant? Let's not go upstairs just yet. Maybe he wasn't treating the elephant very well. There's another picture here I can look at. Hi, can I... No? No? Yep.
This young lady has a childish interest for her age.
Gosh, what a mansion.
This is just out back. That's... Oh, it's just the front. This is the front door, not the back door. I could just literally go through the front door. Okay. So I went through the back before.
You. Who are you?
My name is Sherlock Holmes. Theodore Gildan was...
Did you kill him? Did you kill the elephant?
It's not in the yard anymore. It escaped into the forest.
You can't let it go. What if it returns?
I highly doubt that, Miss...
Imogen Gildan.
Daughter.
Please, I beg of you. Find that dreadful beast that killed my father.
I suppose we do need to learn what happened.
Okay. I need you to be brief. Tell me everything you know.
Can you tell me what happened? From the very start.
I was here, so I didn't see how it began. My father visits the enclosure every morning to wake up Goliath. Today, I heard the elephant scream. I've never heard such a horrifying sound. My heart stopped. I knew something was wrong. I looked through my window and saw how it lifted my father up by his neck. I rushed downstairs. I saw it dragging my father as if he were a doll. I threw stones at it. It dropped my father's body and charged outside, screaming.
That's why it dropped him near the gate.
Its roar was almost human. I was frightened, so I ran inside and hid here.
That explains why the elephant dropped him near the gate. There you go. See? Now we got it. Theodore played with fire. Let's not antagonize her.
That is a terrifying experience, Miss Gildan. I'm sorry you had to go through it.
Thank you. Goliath must be caught, Mr. Holmes.
Well, thank you for the information, Miss Gildan. I did have some questions for your father. Perhaps you might help me with them?
I wasn't privy to much of my father's life, and it's very hard to think of anything at all with Goliath still loose. Please, Mr. Holmes.
Very well. Do you mind if I ask you more questions if I find anything that might help?
Anything to catch that monster.
Okay. So, I can try to provide evidence, but, like, I don't know how much I necessarily have. I'd like to go in that back. I'd like to use the keys is what I'd like to do. I'm going to leave for now.
I have to leave you for now.
I'd like to use that key and, like, search around the house for a little bit before I start presenting evidence to her. And, that's not significant, I guess. John's looking at something.
Who's a cute bird?
Of course. Of course. I'm not sure there's be anything inside here that would necessarily help me. Could be wrong. Yes, I'm wrong.
She packed as much as she could carry.
You know, that gown could be part of her wardrobe, too. Okay, yep. So there's a picture of her with another dude. Maybe this is the dude.
The same dull poses on all romantic photographs.
Maybe this is the dude, guys. As Monk would say, this is the guy.
So idyllic. Enjoy your happily ever after before it stales.
Photo of Imogen. Okay. We also have another book here. Another fiction book? Bazookiology? Bazookiology. The Adventures of Nabe and Laura. False Idols.
False idols? Oh, sounds utterly dreary.
Hey, Sherry, we need to talk.
Oh? We do?
You found false idols. We need to find the remaining two.
What does bazooka even mean? Would this paper be good for anything but blowing one's nose on?
They're not rubbish, Sherry. There's something more. I'm serious.
Very well. I doubt it'll be worth it, but I will find them for you, John.
You'll thank me later. They're some of the most imaginative books I've ever read.
What did you say?
Speaking aloud helps me think.
Oh, nice. Nice. So she actually reacted to us talking to John. She was like, wait, what did you say? Talking to myself helps me think. I resonate with this. Definitely. Yes. This is exactly the way it is for me too. Can I look at casebook really quick? Let me see. So you can talk here more. I'm not really ready to talk to her just yet though. I would like to learn some more about like all of these things here. So let's talk about, on the back of the note it says, the victory is for you and you only. 1879 race finals for my lighthouse in the dark storm, Paul. Maybe we can find Paul. Traces near the shed. Beside the shed containing the gold gas tank, someone fell and broke a flower pot. In the process, they dropped a bosun knife commonly used among sailors. This person was hit by the gate during the elephant's escape. Perhaps they saw what happened. I'd like to figure out who that was. I suspect it might be Paul, but I don't know that. I also probably have to pin the right thing in order to... Ooh, look at this office. Whoa. This guy was obsessed with elephants. Like, this guy was all about elephants. And he, like, this is not someone who loved elephants necessarily as a friend. Like, he's a freaking poacher, dude. This guy's a poacher.
Mother. It's nice to see her young and smiling.
Theo, Violet.
From before Mycroft was born. Our family loves to prod at the past.
I was hoping he would...
Holmes's desire to rake up the past is hereditary.
I was hoping that he would say his father's name out loud so I know how to properly say it. Alright, so... on the desk, I guess those aren't particularly important. I know the map is going to be important, but I was hoping I'd find other things too.
What's so special about this place? Another elephant?
Yeah, maybe. The collector of elephants. I can scoot over a little bit. I was hoping maybe something in there would be a significant thing, but I guess not. None of that is significant. Oh, it's all about this, I guess.
A partnership annulled with a single stroke of a pen.
And then it's not this, so it must be Ivory Baths.
A catchy title. I should take a photograph of the plans. I don't want to carry them around.
Yeah, that's good. Guess that's enough. We take a photograph of those. Nothing else in this room. It doesn't look like anyway. There's obviously some stuff on the desk, but what's this back here? Doesn't let me click it. There. Elephants Man as not Elephant Man, but Elephants Man. Cordona Chronicle, 1875. A local wealthy resident, Theodore Gilden, 55, has purchased an Indian elephant from a traveling circus. Mr. Gilden commented, "It is a wonderful opportunity. There is no one on this island better suited to provide such a comfortable home for this elephant. It is a paradise for a noble creature. No longer will this animal be locked in a tent with clowns. He will be my companion from now on, my second child, and I will protect him. Don't be jealous, people of Cordona. I am your best citizen." Oh God. Only time will tell if this is a midsummer madness or not. The neighboring elite of Cordona are shocked to read the news, and furthermore, to hear the terrible trumpetings of the beast. But they are having to accept the eccentricity of one of Cordona's most powerful. Now we can all say the richest of our island have troubles to bear too, the same as the rest of us.
His second child? An apparent son and heir, I'd say.
But yet the other guy was saying he was ill-suited to care for an elephant. That's a bit of a conflict.
Looks eccentric and smells eccentric.
Nothing on the table. So it's just the desk then? Oh, it's gonna flip me around, okay. Hello. A bit of perfume. Elephants. Jesus, everything has, even the bottle.
Oh, the pungent stench of an animal.
It actually
Theodore
smells.
seeks some pink elephants with this.
It actually smells like an elephant, really?
I think Miss Gilden has barely matured.
I would like to read the backside of that, but maybe it just has the name. This looks interesting. What about anything over here? This picture, maybe? 1877, it says. Hello, elephant.
I think they were closer than you and me, John.
I'm hurt.
And then there's this.
A relatively functional choice to replace the finger.
Right, because he was missing a finger, so he would put that on and... Okay. Someone fell over beside the coal gas shed and dropped the bosun's knife. I still have to go investigate that. But there might be other clues here. Construction plan for the Ivory Baths. The name A. Swift was listed as a partner, but has been crossed out. Bazookiology Trilogy. John has requested we locate the entire Bazookiology trilogy by Wallace de Orem. I found the book in Imogen's room. This humiliation of the written word is unfathomably rather popular. I suppose I can at least attempt to understand why. Traces near the... I really want to look at this. Traces near the shed. I want to see if I can figure out who that is. I'm going to go back out to the shed and see if I can figure it out. There's got to be something else to this before I draw my conclusions, right? Present evidence, if you will. This is the back, so that's the front, so I want to go through the back. All right, so the shed. Wait, what's this? Why has the ball been moved? You don't move things in a crime scene, dude.
An amount of attention that most can only dream of.
This ball was out, all right? It wasn't there. That's all the evidence? What? How is that evidence? But I have keys. What is the key for? If not to get in this shed or this gate, then what the heck are the keys for? Is it actually to get into the house? Because that's silly. All right, case book. I still have to figure this out. Person was hit by the gate during the elephant's escape. Perhaps they saw what happened. What person? Image's testimony. Shaken, willing to more answer for anything else. Animal suspect. Theodore's gown hanging on a... Can I pursue the creature any further at present? Do I have to... What is this? I'm just wondering what I can talk, who I can talk to about this. Can I talk to Imogen about this? She says she doesn't know much about her father's plans and stuff. I just don't think I'm ready to give evidence yet. I'm not ready to go to like Mind Palace yet. There's got to be something else.
Miss Gilden, I was on this island 10 years ago, and your father knew my mother. I believe I even had the opportunity to ride that balloon outside, but I do not recall seeing you.
I lived at my late mother's in Sheffield at the time. I'm in no spirit to reminisce right now.
Right.
The elephant is out there.
You've never heard the name Violet Holmes before? Perhaps your father...
Please, Mr. Holmes. With that beast roaming free, I can't think of anything.
Very well.
Convenient excuse. I really don't want to do that yet.
I have to leave.
I feel
you
like
now.
there's something else that I have to explore before I present evidence to her. The problem is... Somebody named Swift. Could be the person named Swift. Could also be Paul. I don't see how to discover who this person is. Perhaps they saw what happened. How do we discover who that person is? Is there anything I can do to discover who that person is? Now this interview is no longer happening. Maybe I have to go during a certain time of night. I still don't know why I have these keys if I can't use them to open anything. And then there is a police officer right there that I would love to talk to. But I'm unable to get in there. And I can't go through here. And even if I was to select this again...
A coal gas tank. Enough to pump up an airship.
This guy won't talk to me.
Oh, why do I get the worst jobs?
I mean, you've been taking a picture for over a day, so... Yeah, I don't think there's a way to get into this area. There doesn't seem to be, anyway. There doesn't seem to be any additional evidence to help me figure out who this person was, to see what they saw. They may be witness to their death, right? Yes, shed and dropped a bosun's rope knife. A bosun's rope knife. Now, that's an idea. So, her... ...1879 race finals. My lighthouse in the darkest storm. Paul is the sailor. He races boats. He's like sailboat racing. So Paul is the other guy. He's the guy. So I have to find Paul. So do I have to question her and present evidence to her before I question? Maybe I have to present evidence to her right now. And I need to find that animal. Let me go back over to that scene really quick. See if there's anything else I can see near that campsite. But Paul is the guy. He is the sailor. He would have the knife. It would be his knife. It's not this way, but I'm just going to go this way anyway for now, just to see what this is. There's a new way to take, a new path to take. Also, there's a boat over this way. Yeah, there are boats here. They don't seem relevant to me, but there are boats here. Let me go up the stairs. I'm wondering if I should stay in a police uniform. If there's actually a... there's some sort of advantage or different interactions based on what you're dressed like. Come on. Where are you, Paul? Where'd you go? This fire is still burning, but he's not here. I don't know why that's not a clue that they would be nearby. And again, with the keys, why? Can I head? What the heck? What the? What? So if you go into water that is chest high, it will get you. See, I haven't gotten all the evidence from Gildan Manor yet. Right? Like, there is something else going on there. But it says I've gotten all the evidence from that area, so it can't be true. It can't be the area. It can't be. It has to be inside the house. The game's telling me I got all evidence from the campsite. And it looks like during the day this interview happens. We will go back into the house, I guess. There's something I've missed. Is there a door I haven't gone into yet? I mean, maybe it's just talking to her. Maybe that is the... Maybe presenting evidence to her is how I find out where Paul is, and then I can talk to him. Maybe that's the gate. I mean, let's try that. Let's try that. Provide evidence. Okay. So providing evidence with her. Photo, traces near the shed. Vision's testimony. Chaos unfolded. Elephant's life. I can continue into her. I want to know who the person near the shed would be.
Did you observe anyone else in the yard? Any of your servants, perhaps?
Servants? Do you imagine that we would have any with Goliath? No one wishes to work in this house, even for double pay. I didn't see anyone else. Only my father and that diabolical beast.
There's definitely somebody else there, but she just didn't notice who it was. What about this? She probably doesn't know anything about what he's doing, right? That's what she said. What about the perfume?
And, which part of the elephant is in here? It's quite pungent.
Oh, that. It's elephant sweat. Father
What?
believed that it might replace traditional ambergris.
Well, that's true entrepreneur spirit.
Okay. So the sweat of the elephant is in the bottle. Great. Packed bags? Are you going somewhere? Also, tell me about Paul.
I found this. Who's this young lad next to you, your faithful knight?
Paul. He's my pirate. He's not really a pirate. I just call him that. It probably sounds very silly.
Your secret is safe in my hands. Does Paul work somewhere? What is his surname?
His name is Paul Perks. He and his yacht Whirlpool are the champions of the Salacia Yacht Club.
Whirlpool.
He sails there. I'll show you where it is on the map if you need to meet him.
A yachting champion? Well, that will be a first. I prefer dry land.
Clearly.
And so does my suit.
Clearly. Okay. So we learned about Whirlpool. That's cool. Is there anything else I need to really ask you about? It looks like you're stuffing clothes and jewelry into bags. You have no travel. Where are you going?
These bags of yours, it looks as if you've packed your entire room. Were you planning on going somewhere?
My partner and I, we wanted a change, a fresh start abroad. But now I have to stay here. Here, an orphan.
Okay. Partner. So Paul, you and Paul were going someplace. That's interesting. Paul was there. And you're planning a trip.
I've nothing to say about this.
Nothing to say about that, yeah. I don't think this is going to be something she knows. But maybe somebody named Swift, she might know it.
A. Swift, is this name familiar to you? Your father had it removed from this plan.
Oh, that's Arthur Swift. I've seen him a couple of times here. He works with my father in the old city, digging up something ancient.
He is an archaeologist?
That's the word, yes. But to be truthful, I really don't think Mr. Swift is fit to be one. I've just learnt a lot about archaeology from my favourite book series. Oh, they are page-turners.
Inspirational, I'm sure, but would you happen to know where this Mr. Swift might be found?
I don't, but perhaps you can find out somewhere. My father's work with him is all official. Lots of boring legal papers with signatures and stuff.
Okay, that's probably all we're going to get out of her. I'll bring this up, but I don't think she's going to have anything to say about these.
Had Goliath been aggressive before?
It's dangerous, but it was never aggressive near my father. My father would do anything for Goliath. All the elephant had to do was clap its ears.
You envied him, the elephant, I mean?
Our house is called the House of Ivory. I've heard some people refer to me as the Ivory Girl, and my room stinks of the animal, as if it's me who lives in a pen and not Goliath. It's not envy, Mr. Holmes. It's just incredibly difficult to live like this.
So something enraged or enticed the elephant. Something to go against Theodore. It doesn't make sense that the elephant would act up against him. It seems like they had a pretty good friendship. They were good to each other. Something made the elephant go off. Something that's possibly Paul. I don't think this is going to be good to bring up with her, but I'll try.
I'm afraid I can't add anything useful.
I wouldn't think this would be something either, but...
I have nothing to say about this.
Okay, so we'll just go back now. Oh, why not? Ask her about the stupid book.
How can you read something like this? It's hard to swallow, and that's not due to the hard cover.
You're hardly serious. Any library without Nabe and Laura is incomplete. If you can read, then these books are an absolute must. Love and adventure. They're about life.
Oh, I wasn't aware that exploding pyramids were a part of daily life on Cordona.
You haven't seen life, so you might try reading about it at least.
Got it. Okay, so I guess it's a good thing to ask her about that. So there's a yacht club, and we know that Paul is a sailor. I suspect he was the person that was hit. Paul, I mean. I suspect he is the person that we're looking for as far as like who got, smacked by the gate. The construction plan, we could try to find some information about this in some archives, possibly. And then the photo is a lot of stuff going on here. There's also the Bazooka trilogy. This looks like it's a challenge from John. So to try to find all 3 books. So we have to keep our eyes open for 3 more books for bazookiology, I guess. And then the photo of Imogen. So we want to go find the boat that says Whirlpool on it. So that would be the next piece of evidence for us to pin, I suppose. And then he would be down at the docks. I think they said it's an old city. Apparently I have not collected everything here, but a key piece of evidence was collected. They said old city. It's quite a ways away, but yeah. We could look for records of it in a police station, possibly. Looks like this news kiosk here, this garden decorations trader. Oh, I see. This is like, decorations that I can... Okay, let me go see what that's all about. Like furniture and stuff to decorate our house. So this is the news kiosk.
All the newspapers are sold out.
They're once again all sold out. Big surprise. But there was a furniture trader, right? Maybe not here. No, it's pretty much, down this road. Here's a clothing trader. Ooh, we can get outfits.
Come, take a look at our clothes and accessories.
Oh, heck yes. What do you got?
The finest clothes for the finest citizens.
Yeah, all right. So we can we got 602 monies. And we can get any type of outfit we want. And we get different impressions with certain types of people with this. So you might have better luck talking to certain types of groups of people based on how you're dressed. I Yeah, no. This is interesting. I just don't know who these are. I guess maybe the educated officials, like city, like police, aristocrats types of things. Maybe like the working class sort of thing down here. That's probably this one. This one here might be, I don't know. One of these has got to be criminals and stuff, right? This is a negative impression for these two. So the working class doesn't necessarily like me if I'm walking into a place with the pinstripes, but the wealthy love it. So that's good. And then so we can get different impressions with different people based on how we're dressed. Okay. We don't have to buy whole outfits. We can actually get little pieces of it too, including makeup. We can make ourselves look different. That's peculiar. And I wonder what the old man makeup. Scarred face, goatee. It could be useful to have different disguises in some cases. I'm gonna maybe try and get this. And then I think we have to have a bowler hat at least. Watson, your head. Yeah, see, they're referencing Watson even though he doesn't exist yet. Well, he exists. He's just not part of our story yet. Maybe I'm wounded. Pirate hat. Oh, toy pirate hat, of course. Well, that's very... Yeah. Sure, like the double bill like that. That's cool. Deer stalker hat. You know, I'm going to get that. And then maybe if we're going in with... interesting. That's good with law enforcement, really? That's peculiar. Maybe that's just my total outfit, I think is what that is. I'm gonna buy a lot of these, I think. We'll buy the big top hat here. We'll buy the bowler hat as well. And I think I want to get something like this actually, the way this coat looks, this reminds me of Benedict Cumberbatch's portrayal of Sherlock Holmes. The way he dressed when he was if you haven't seen Benedict Cumberbatch's portrayal of Sherlock Holmes, there's a lot of different people who have played Sherlock Holmes in the past. He is my favorite of all of them. There's a lot of different opinions, but Cumberbatch's portrayal is my favorite one. There's just a certain darkness to that particular portrayal. Downey Jr. is okay too. Like he's got more darkness, I think, a little bit more, but his is... It's just not quite how I pictured Sherlock being, to where Cumberbatch's is more along the lines of what I would have expected from a Sherlock Holmes. Might get this one too. I need something that's really good with like the vagrants and stuff, right? Yeah, I think that's what this is. These guys are like vagrants. So can I get an outfit that is like really works really well for them? Yeah. So if I got the vagabond rags, something like this, and then I suppose this would be great too, right? Yeah. So like in any situation, if I ever need to go and talk to somebody specifically, I can dress appropriately for that particular type of person, and they might like me more. A mask? That's cool. Medical mask. Wear this or stay at home. Wear this or stay at home. Even in 1869. Square glasses. That's not too bad. We might be able to spice it. I like all these costumes, man. This is cool. Does the makeup? It does. It changes it. Old man makeup too would help with these guys too. And what about like like working, like what is that? Like a hard hat kind of thing, right? Like working class kind of thing. Is there anything that helps with that? This does. Oh yeah, because like suspenders and stuff. Yeah, sure. Worker's apron. Yeah, does not prevent industrial accidents. And this one also as well. Vishvanka. Vishivanka. Traditional Ukrainian outfit from Frogwares with love. Ah, I see. They put themselves into the game from Frogwares. Gotcha. These guys are all about the vagrant stuff. Oh yeah. They love you now. Look, the wealthy will really love you if you're in this dress. Go figure. Okay, I think I'm good on the
A perfect
stuff now.
choice.
Yes, thank you. Now I can change my wardrobe and what I look like at will. I think I'm going to go with the bowler hat here. Take off the makeup. And then maybe we just I could run with this. I could run with this, huh? I want the Cumberbatch outfit.
The finest clothes for the finest citizens.
I want the coat. I want that coat right here. I want this one. It's expensive, but I want it.
A perfect choice.
Perfect. This is the new Sherlock. Nice. Okay, so now we need to go. I want to go to that furniture place though, right? Yeah, art trader. Okay. Not quite what I had in mind. I want furniture store. Bare books and prints.
You'll never find such magnificent paintings anywhere else. Just take a look.
So we can buy these.
My goods will brighten up your house.
We can buy these to put in our home, I guess. The Holmes family portrait. There it is. Portrait depicting the pain of getting kids to sit still. Yes. Violet's portrait irreplaceable. Sketch of a boy. Map of London. Smaller than the actual city. I'm going to let that go.
Enjoy your purchase.
But I just want the Holmes family portrait instead. At least that. And then this must be furniture store. It looks like the icon on the map
Garden
says so.
statues, swings, and even more. My goods will brighten up your house.
What do you got for me? Oh, is it just the swings? Or the statue? That's a pretty cheap statue. David and Goliath. Okay. Wooden bench. I don't
You
think
always
we
know
need
where
these.
to find me.
I don't think we need these. Seems weird to see Sherlock with a deerstalker hat. Benedict Cumberbatch is your favorite too? Nice. His Watson is amazing too. Yeah. Yeah. Like I think it's great. I think it's really great what they've done with it, and definitely a series worth your time. If you haven't seen it yet, it's they're pretty long episodes. There's very few episodes per season, but it's pretty long episodes. I think it's like an hour and a half each, right? They're like 90 minutes. So it's like whole movies almost for each one. But it's nice. So this looks like a dock or a marina kind of thing, and I'm wondering if Whirlpool is down here. I haven't really took a look at that yet. It does say that I thought it was an old city, but this is a marina, so I'm just gonna take a look really quick and see if the boat I'm looking for is here by chance. We've got a couple people we can talk to here. They're decently well-off people. I feel like my current costume isn't. Yeah, it doesn't really work for the wealthy of the land. My standard outfit is actually quite good for these guys, and I can make that even higher by just taking this big old tall hat. Oh yeah, now they love me. This is an interesting hat. I don't remember buying that one. Now they love me. They're really up there now. Hello, good sir. Yes.
Are you able to help me?
Excuse me? What? I'm not sure I know.
I say. Movie format, yeah. So this might be an okay place to leave it. We're looking at in Salacia. Oh no, this is in Southern Grand Surrey. Yeah, Salacia Yacht Club, Whirlpool. So we can also place on map. Yeah, photo of Imogen. This is where we are. And this is the yacht club, maybe. It's in Southern Grand Saray. Oh, interesting. We can place the exact quest marker on here too. That's the yacht club. Yeah. So if I place the mark, photo of Imogen, right? I can place this. And that's a good way for me to mark locations for specific things as we go. So I can change my focuses throughout, you know, like whichever one I'm currently working on. I can change my focus and still mark down where that specific quest is good for. Which I kind of want to do. I can always get back here with a fast travel. And there's also something else to investigate at the police office, or at the police station. And that's probably the maybe the Ivory Bass construction, possibly this paperwork, maybe. Mind Palace also has something new. The partnership ended. Bosun's knife. I think this is going to be tied to Paul. When we find it, it'll be tied to Paul. I don't think these two things are going to be related. The partnership ending removed Arthur Swift from their plan for the land in Old City and dissolve the partnership. That's where Old City was mentioned. Yeah. Wow. High frame rates. You're doing it again. Yeah. So then I can also pin the location of the quest marker that I want to go to. Can also be, you know, like I know to walk this way now. This is a yacht club, so chances are being in a costume that is fitting for, you know, like a wealthy aristocrats kind of, you know, yeah, these well-off people. I think being dressed for these guys is a good idea. Then probably let me in and talk to places that I otherwise wouldn't have. So if this is the yacht club, but apparently this is not the way into the yacht club. I thought it would be. Maybe it's just around the corner. I guess it kind of makes sense that the front entrance would be... Man, not really. What's this? There's a boat that's actually just docked here. Also, I have to find Paul. I think it'd be kind of interesting if I was dressed a certain way, if I could ask somebody, where would I find Paul, or have you seen this man? And they'd be more likely to tell me, you know, if I was dressed to, you know, to talk to that specific person. If I was dressed for them, kind of thing. There is literally no door to this building. Unless it's that really small door. I just figured it would have a bigger door. Maybe it's this really small one. No. So this building has no door at all. That's really strange. Like this whole big area here, it's very grand and it's not an entrance. Very strange. I saw the Moriarty in another show and I still get chills. Yeah. He pretty much everything he's one of those actors, I feel like, that any character he touches, it's going to be successful, right? Like any character he touches, it's going to be great. Benedict Cumberbatch is one of the few actors where if they are in the movie, I will watch it. I don't care what the topic is. I will at least watch it. I will at least try it if they are in it. Tom Hanks is another one of those for me. I don't understand. There's no way into this building, so the boat has to be like out actually in the water. But I just figured I would be able to like find him at the club. But I might just have to actually find his boat. In which case I'm looking for a boat named Whirlpool. It could be one of those boats, I guess. We'll go down like this. It's a racing... he won a race, so it's got to be one of these bigger boats. It's a little hard to see the names of them when they're all front-facing. Maybe it's way out here. whirlpool. I don't know. Maybe I can ask somebody. You there, sir? Have you seen this man?
May I ask you something?
That's a question I can answer.
Oh, he has seen this man. Yacht Club members mentioned that Paul missed the race, and no one has seen him since this morning, pretty much confirming that he is the guy. He might be in his room in the workshop south of the Yacht Club. Excuse me, sir. Have you seen this man? Yeah, south of the Yacht Club. So that's over in here, maybe. This is, yeah. Which is through this door? Yeah. Yacht Club Workshop. Boat Workshop. Nice. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna leave it here for today. And then we will keep searching for Paul and figure out more details regarding the Gilded Cage next time. We've got lots of little points to like start investigating here. And I'm pretty sure Paul is the guy who owns the knife, who was there at the scene. He can probably tell us what happened. He's injured from getting, you know, slammed into the wall from the elephant, which is why he missed the race. Because there's no reason for him to miss a race. He's a champion yachtsman. So that seems like a good place to go there. I'm pretty sure Paul is that guy. A Swift may have been somebody who antagonized the elephant. Maybe didn't like getting cut out of the plans. Possibly. I don't think Paul is responsible for the death necessarily, but he was definitely there. I'm pretty confident he was there. So have a wonderful Turkey Day. Sebastian, thanks for coming out. Appreciate you. Tresmillion, Christoph, Bluesy, everybody else who was who's chatting with me today. I appreciate that. And if you haven't already, consider hitting like on the stream. I do appreciate that too. 2 more videos coming for Surviving the Aftermath. One tomorrow for Turkey Day, and then the other one on Friday and stuff too. Hopefully I can get back. There may not be any videos on the weekend. I can't find time usually on the weekends to record much. But I am going to start a weekly live stream of the Kerbal Space Program project, the role-playing series. We're going to start doing that. I'm not 100% finalized on the day, but tentatively with like an 85 or so % certainty, I guess I'll go with. It's going to end up being Saturdays at noon and running about 4 to 5 hours every Saturday. And that will be how we present Kerbal Space Program moving forward. The videos take a ridiculously amount of time to generate and create for you, and the series ultimately is kind of underperforming. I do like the back and forth that goes with it, and because it's a roleplay series that's very engagement focused, because of that engagement element of it, I think live is a better way to go about it. So we're going to start doing that as a weekly thing every week on Saturdays. And hopefully that doesn't conflict with people's school schedule and things like that. It'll start around noon, which is a fairly common time for me to start streams. It's like 2 hours ago right now. And yeah, so we'll try doing that. It won't be this week, but it'll probably be next week. I was hoping to have one more video for Kerbal released, and then I was going to announce that stream being the thing moving forward from there. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to let you go now. Thanks so much for watching. I do appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.